Resistance.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, everyone. This is the Roundtable. I, of course, am the Tin Man, Chris Sheldon with the Worldwide Resistance Network. Drinking out of the red coffee cup is good old Reverend Ordo, and the Invisible One himself, Curtis Darrow, is also with us as well. We may have others joining us, such as Tommy Bird and Haunted, and maybe even Queen Bitch at some point. We will see how things play out there. But until then, we have the great, the powerful Meth Monster Blue, the fictitious product that doesn't actually exist because we are not sponsored by anybody. APAC don't give me no money. Ain't nobody else getting sponsorship on our shit. So, as it sits, we are of the people, by the people, for the people. So if you like this broadcast, please share the live feeds. Check out our online store, REALTWWRN.printify.me. And if that ain't your cup of tea, well, then you're missing out on great fucking merch. But even so, it costs nothing to share the live feeds, to follow us on social media, X, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, all REALTWWRN. And it costs nothing to engage in the conversation. And we've got a great topic for you guys tonight. Revan Zero, do we dare to utter the words?
Utter the words.
These nuts! He didn't.
Oh, we've known secret societies have been around for a long time. And the whole thing is that, yeah, it's kind of weird whenever one gets swept underneath the rug and nobody talks about it for nearly a decade, especially since all of these distractions over the past 7 years.
Absolutely. Thank you, Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, and particularly Bohemian Grove, not to be confused with Bohemian Rhapsody. So I wonder if they play Bohemian Rhapsody.
Intentionally to be misinterpreted as Skull and Bones, but continue, please.
Skull and Bones is actually the college fraternity that the Bohemian Club members came from. They start out in Skull and Bones, then they get invited to the Trilateral Commission, and what was the other one? The fucking other one. Trilateral Commission.
The Cult of These Nuts.
Reverend hosts that in his basement.
Bilderberg Group.
Yes. Thank you. The Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, which you have to be invited to, and then you get to go play at Bohemian Grove and take it in.
Yeah, more or less. For those who don't catch on, Bilderberg is the one that correlates and has a meeting once every 3 to 5 years, and the Trilateral is the one that does the big once every decade.
Yes. Zero, I love it, man. You do your homework, man. You are not missing a beat today. I love it, man. I love it. This
is the stuff we all grew up on, making sure that we memorized so that we knew whenever it was time to be an adult and start telling people that looked at us funny because we were considered crazy.
If this were the Gong Show, give him a gong. Yeah, no problem. Zero, you are killing it tonight, brother. I love it. So
here is the mascot.
Yes. We're actually going to be playing the Creamation of Care ritual. We're going to be covering that.
Oh, shit.
And we're going to be reviewing that and giving our thoughts and opinions from the Alex Jones documentary itself. And before anybody tries to slap me with copyright infringement, and I'm talking to you, YouTube.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, let me make this clear.
Twice.
Yeah, let me make this clear. Jones has stated publicly numerous times that his documentaries are open source, free use. Okay? So before you try to hit me with a copyright strike, suck my dick backwards and buy me a milkshake because I am completely compliant with copyright, you cocksuckers.
Well, that's what a lot of people thought about Tom McDonald's songs until YouTube came around and started slapping them. And Tom even put out a specific video stating that people can use his music for content.
Yeah. But yet they still try to play that shit. So, like, Tom McDonald is free use. Alex Jones is free use. And we show Jones's feed on the show all the time. So there shouldn't be any sort of an issue with that. But you never know what YouTube's going to try to fucking do. Fucking cocksuckers, man.
Yeah.
There's another band with an S name that I can't remember off the top of my head. It's kind of like techno rock or something like that. They are also free use. Like, you can actually play their music in the background and they allow you to. I can't remember
the group that we were talking to before.
No, it was not Starset. It was another one.
Okay. Yeah, because I still got their stuff in the background, but I've had so much going on these past couple of weeks that I haven't even had the time to sit down and download everything. I just barely got everything squared away with the intro and the new banner and everything. It's been bonkers. All I want to do is go see a movie, man. But they won't have me because I got too much work to do. I just want to go see He-Man. But I guess since I'm not watching He-Man tonight, who wants to watch Dark Secrets inside Bohemian Grove? You guys ready for this?
Yeah, man.
Now, the question is,
Or not.
should we watch the entire documentary or just the Creamation of Care?
Don't matter, man. As long as we get some knowledge going on, man. Holy crap.
Okay. And we can critique it as we go. So why don't we just go ahead and we'll do the whole fucking thing. We'll just do the whole 2-hour review of this documentary. And we'll just kind of take it from there. Because, I mean, if we're going to go big or go home, I would say. Let's go big or go home. So, this is Dark Secrets inside of Reverend's asshole. I mean, Bohemian Grove.
You wish.
Well, how many secrets you got going on in your asshole?
Yeah, ask Taco Bell.
Shit. Now, this isn't editing effects. This is genuinely how it looks most of the time up in Bohemian Grove. You got the redwoods in Sonoma County, and you know it does have that eerie, foggy vibe to it most of the time. So most of what you're seeing here is not effect, like the fog and everything. That's not added in. That's generally how it is because you've got the coastal region, so you've got a lot of the fog that comes in. You got the coast and the redwoods right in the same area. And I've never been inside the Grove myself, but I have made it up to Sonoma County about, what was it? I'd say about 25 years ago. Yeah, give or take about 20, 25 years ago, back in like, it was 03. So 23 years ago when I managed to get up there for a few days. It was creepy as fuck. Reuben, have you ever been up that way?
The farthest I ever got was Richmond.
Oh, wow. Even at that, that's pretty well up there.
I was up there for about 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Hello, I'm Alex Jones.
Oh, shit,
I'm a
Alex
radio and
Jones has hair.
television host based in Austin, Texas. And for many years, I've been exposing the criminal activities of the global elite, also known as the New World Order. In past films, we've documented the centralization of power, the move towards world government,
SpongeBob driver's license is for Little Street, James Island, formerly Epstein
values,
Island,
that is,
Palm Beach,
the family
Peak
itself,
is
as well as private property
for $20
rights.
also.
But time and time again in my research,
Robert Maxwell and Diddy Files too.
Eye to eye with something that's even hard for me to believe. And that's that the elite, again, the so-called establishment kings, those that know best, the visions of the anointed ones, are obsessed with the occult, from presidents to governors to the heads of industry. We've all seen the stories of presidents and first ladies obsessed with their astrologers, making national policy decisions upon their recommendations.
Yeah,
spiritual guides, shamans.
Hitler had
my friends, it gets
had
far
an astrologer
worse than
that he referred to for
now,
war
I personally
planning,
am a
if I
Christian,
remember
but
correctly.
even an atheist should be concerned about the information we're about to bring forward in this new documentary film, The Dark Secrets Inside Bohemian Grove. You see, for over 120 plus years in Northern California, in Sonoma County, on a 2,700
Yeah, and he did this in what, 2000, 2001?
Grove, leaders from around the world, prime ministers.
So it's been about 150 years.
Presidents, governors, again, the heads of industry, banking, academia, the media, Hollywood. Only a select few, a little over 2,000 people, travel there to engage in bizarre, ancient Canaanite, Luciferian, Babylon mystery religion ceremonies. At least that was the rumors. And so I went to the library and got on the internet and saw many of the mainstream news articles admitting that world leaders do indeed go there, and they fly into San Francisco and other surrounding cities and drive out into the rural hills and mountains of Northern California, and that these stories have been coming out that they worship some 45-foot stone owl god. And then I began to read some of the documentation,
which is the owl version of
character of the Old Testament, mentioned many times in Leviticus. That's in the Bible.
Yeah, it's the owl version of the golden calf.
In the middle of nowhere to worship this thing. Well, I had to check it out for myself. And I'm proud of my team. Mike Hansen, Violet Nichols. They traveled with me there. We talked to some of the locals discreetly. We successfully infiltrated with the help of some of the locals and Channel 4, World of Wonder, British television that teamed up with us. And I successfully infiltrated through the Secret Service, through the guards, through the Sonoma County Sheriff's Department. We were inside 4 hours. That's only 1 day out of the 2 weeks that they meet there for the admitted Summer Fire Festival of the Bohemian Club. Well, basically, that's enough for me. It's hard to even describe it with words. And I hope that our hidden cameras can give you at least a small piece of what I witnessed.
So he's probably definitely part of the second or third ones that went in there.
Oh, yes, there's much more to come. Mock human
a lot of people tried to get in after this documentary came out.
Just shocks the very foundation.
As far as I know, he was one of the first, if not the first.
And then to have it intimately connected with world government. It doesn't make a lot of sense until you research history. All throughout history, spanning back into the midst of the beginnings of civilization, we see world leaders from the empires of old, from the Aztec kings and priests to Babylonian leaders, to ancient Rome, engaging in twisted behavior. Could it be that when you have all the power and all the women and all the money and all the lands and all the art. You have to do something new. You have to go against the basic grain of humanity. You have to get off in a sick way. That's what we witnessed in Northern California, July 15th, 2000. Get ready to go inside the Bohemian Grove.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely the second one. That's how he found out about 9/11, because he went there then.
The Bohemian Club, as it's known today, was founded in 1873 in San Francisco in Northern California. Many of the club's original annals, dating back to before the turn of the century, admit that local artists, writers, newspapermen, you name it, wanted a place away from the so-called backwardsness of the West Coast, the Judeo-Christian ethic. They found that place an hour and a half north of San Francisco, outside of the tiny town of Monterrey. Their annals even admit an obsession with the occult and what they called druid rituals. Amongst the great redwood trees, they revived ancient ceremonies that in truth had their roots not in the druids, but in Babylon itself. As the railroads brought commerce and larger populations, the prestige of the club grew until in the year 2000, it is a gathering place for the world establishment, the elite. We're about to show you some of the key evidence documenting this. It is absolutely central to understand that these bizarre activities have been engaged in going back to 1873 and are not some new fanciful whim of the trendies on the West Coast. By the turn of the century, there was already a 10 to 15-year waiting list. Presidents from Howard Taft to Herbert Hoover were on the membership roster. Not to mention, later, famous war general Dwight D. Eisenhower, later to become president. The roster of the Bohemian Club reads like a who's who of the elite. Look at this photo taken inside the Grove back in 1963. There you'll see Ronald Reagan, and sitting two people over from him, later to become president, Richard Milhous Nixon. Frankly, we don't know if these men actively enjoy the things that go on inside the Bohemian Club. But one thing is perfectly certain from the evidence. They are forced to go and attend and take part in these activities if they wish to be elevated to the highest levels of the geopolitical power structure. Take George Bush Sr., documented member. And then, of course, there's his son. Now, the last four generations of Bushes have also attended the Skull and Bones Society at Yale, well known to be steeped in the occult. Then there's Bill Clinton, a frequent attendee. Upon closer inspection, the entire federal government at the highest levels is infested with Bohemian Club members. And it doesn't stop there. America's private run-for-profit Federal Reserve Bank, from its very inception in 1913, has been run by prominent members of the Bohemian Club. Central Bank Chairman Alan Greenspan was seen leaving the Bohemian Grove only 1 month before he was appointed chairman of the Federal Reserve.
Wait, is that Biden?
Made man to be a member of the most powerful cabal on the planet. Historical records are clear from major universities. The Manhattan Project was planned and instituted and run from the Bohemian Club. All of this going on in an atmosphere of bizarre revelry. You're looking at an illustration from a November 1989 issue of Spy magazine. Spy goes undercover with Henry Kissinger, Merv Griffin, and William F. Buckley Jr. The story was clearly a shill, meant to misdirect the intensifying media coverage that the Grove was getting in the late 1980s. The writer's spin is obvious. They're just masters of the universe, big frat boys blowing off steam. We'll get back to this article later, because you can clearly see that the mantra in the spin story has been picked up as a front by all the local media. Sure, they're elitist. Sure, they have some bizarre rituals, but what's the big deal? They're just having fun. If that was the case, why would David Gergen, presidential advisor to President Clinton, resign from the Bohemian Club and 17 other organizations when it was revealed in 1993? Organizations like the Trilateral Commission, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Bilderberg Group. But it's not just the Washington Times and the Sacramento Bee. You're looking at an illustration from the pages of Parade magazine, February 22nd, 1981. This story was the most accurate and revealing, detailing the so-called mock human sacrifice. Former German Chancellor Helmut Schmidt wrote extensively in his memoirs, Men and Powers, a Political Retrospective, goes into great detail about the secret establishment running the world. The Trilateral Commission, the CFR, the Bilderberg Group, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, the Bohemian Grove, a place that he often talked about being a wonderful hideaway, a place to spend time with Nelson and David Rockefeller and to talk about world government and steering societies. On page 225 of Men and Powers, he talks about it being one of the most astounding places he had ever visited in the United States, and how that feeling intensified over the years with subsequent visits. The book goes on for page after page discussing the corporate, private, governmental infrastructure of world government. Going back to the Spy magazine spin piece, they have lots of rosy illustrations of drunken establishment types dancing around having fun with the rituals going on in the background. They even admit that they wear bizarre Ku Klux Klan style robes. And there's even a photo released by the Grove of the ritual being engaged in. They talk about the incredible security surrounding the Grove. And they even admit that a corpse, a sacrifice, is born across the lake. But it's all in good fun.
So, what I gotta wonder now is, they say that nobody gets to the upper echelons of power, like the presidency of the United States, unless they attend this club. Do we know whether or not Donald Trump has ever attended this club?
I've already jumped down that hole. I'm looking.
Declaration of Independence in school, they say it's racist. Yes, all men are created equal, endowed by their creator with certain inalienable rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Happiness.
I mean, come on, people. All men are created equal? How is that racist? But that's what the Black Caucus says in Pennsylvania. And the media goes, yes, racist, don't be racist. And of course, the Black Caucus is being manipulated by their globalist banker masters. It's not even a black-white thing. It's just anything that's good for the country is racist, is backwards, is stupid. Remember the story I read last week? Then we're going to go to your calls. The review of The Patriot out of MSNBC. It's actually a review of the reviews. War of Words over The Patriot, Hollywood's fire over conservative family values is the headline. It says, the Patriot is right-wing hogwash bathed in an old, timely golden glow, writes Aaron Berger of the Washington City paper. Now the disgruntled homeschooling, SUV buying.
How you doing? Alex Jones. The Republicans have this deal every year where they've been admitted in the papers they burn satanic effigies, run around naked in the woods. Former presidents. It's called Bohemian Grove. We're going to go infiltrate it and get in and document what they're doing.
Where's this?
It's north of San Francisco on 2,000-some-odd acres. Been doing it for 100-some years. It's even in the Sacramento Bee and papers. This is how arrogant they are. I mean, they don't admit the naked part, but they burn this thing called the Creamation of Care, and it's actually
I'm only finding indirect correlation, like he talks to members of. That's it.
Throw the baby in.
Okay, so he's never actually been.
Burn the stuff inside.
Correct. He's not on any of the list. He's not a Freemason, etc. ... He's not on any members list. He's never been there, according to documented sources.
Oh, these two know what they're getting into.
But he only shakes hands and does business meetings with a lot of people from there, is what is stated.
So it's kind of interesting how he managed to get into power, unless the assertion is true that he was there to oppose the globalist system.
How do I do, Mike?
and just got lucky. But my thing is, they own the INS voting systems. They put who they want in office. They've always put who they want in office for as long as we can remember. So how the fuck did we manage to have a free and open election when it came to Trump? That just does not make a lot of sense to me.
And I still never hammer the nail home about very smart people during the French Revolution found out that all types of voting is rigged before you even rig it.
Yeah. What was it, Stalin, who said that it doesn't matter who votes? All that matters is the people that count the votes.
All right, let's start the light.
That's also sort of what I'm stating. The mere act of voting is rigged itself. It's before anything is even tallied or anything. And that's what very smart people found out during the French Revolution.
Yeah.
Simply slide the metal end into the buckle and adjust by pulling on the loose end of the strap.
Two wings of the same tyrant vulture. Yes, absolutely.
The Golden Gate too, honey. Actually, it's worse to crash in water. Contrary to Hollywood.
You and I have had this conversation over a dozen times. Yeah, the original Trump, 45 Trump, yeah, he might have definitely been there to oppose the system. I can agree with that much.
Across the Golden Gate Bridge into deeper Northern California. Northern California, home to the giant Sequoia redwoods. From there north to Santa Rosa, going west on Highway 12, the gateway to Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, so whoever they got playing Trump was probably a Bohemian Club member.
Or like I've said before about Biden being the prototype, and this one's the real deal where you can't even tell the difference unless you actually know.
Yeah. Like I said, he might have been replaced.
The first night in Santa Rosa before getting up early in the morning and traveling into the town of Occidental, where we were going to meet the British media and start our investigation.
I don't know why. It's very beautiful up there, but, the closer you get to that grove,
Well, here we are.
it just gets
California,
creepier.
right outside the Bohemian Grove. The fruits of nature. But I'll tell you this, I don't worship it and sacrifice things to it. Let's go find out what's going on.
They're not too far from Grass Valley, man.
No.
All right. Well, here we are, folks. Turning on to the Bohemian Highway and Bohemian Grove. We're going to find out what in the New World Order is going on here. Did you get that, Hanson?
Yeah. I'm back there. Oh, that's that guy. Thank you, Parker.
No, I tell you, it's beautiful out here during the day, but it is spooky at night. I don't know if you guys got some footage of it, all the fog and the rest of it.
Yeah, when that fog sets in, it's
Oh yeah,
it's like one of those old horror movies, kind of like
checking this
Sleepy Hollow kind of feeling. Gives you that Sleepy Hollow vibe.
Acres is not too hard.
Hey, yo, Tommy, I know you got a link.
Sort ourselves. We need to catch these people at their business. The old Creamation of Care.
Bertie, join us, buddy.
Maylocks worship. I'm joking. That's it. Oh, they're spies, aren't they? Oh, you guys just got here too?
Camera wars.
Stereo.
I'm gonna hang out in the woods till it gets dark.
I've got a map. You guys want to look at this?
I'm still blown away that he managed to get away with this.
The history. What do they do if they catch you in there?
By the date, it's the second one. By the date, it's the second infiltration of Bohemian Grove. Because the first one happened either the late 80s or the brand early 90s. But this one happened like right before 9/11 occurred.
Yeah. But, you know, he wouldn't be able to pull it off now. You know, even if he hadn't done it then, he wouldn't be able to pull it off now, given how famous he is.
I gotta stay behind.
Haunted has joined us.
A lot.
Welcome, Haunted.
What's good? Is there a fence all the way around the property?
Not much. We are watching Dark Secrets inside Bohemian Grove. Currently, they're in the hotel room planning to go in. It's the night before they go in.
Got it. There's a road.
Yeah. Have you seen this documentary before?
I'm not sure. But then I know where the
where Alex Jones infiltrated the Bohemian Grove and caught the Creamation of Care.
I think I've seen part of it. That would mean that from the like clips of it on YouTube. We're planning because I didn't have these.
Okay, yeah, because we're watching the whole enchilada right now.
Yeah, I've caught it before once or twice, but it's been a good couple of years since I've seen the whole thing all together.
Yeah, this guy.
It's a good watch. You'll learn a lot.
Well,
yeah. We'll be the judge of that.
I'm not going to end up tied down on a pentagram with Henry Kissinger's fat belly hanging over while he's naked with a big dagger. Am I? I just want to make sure.
Oh no, that'll happen.
You wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened.
Like Governor Bush running around in a pink tutu, foaming at the mouth with a purple wig on.
Just went crazy for a second.
No. Supposedly, I hear that's what
we put Donald Trump in a pink tutu. Me and my buddy Aaron, when we were playing with AI.
But the question is why?
Put him at a frat party in a pink tutu.
Which bomb innocent countries and slaughter people and, you know, pump the food chain full of garbage and just everything else they do. It's probably something fun for them. And they really get off on being bad little boys.
And rule the world. I mean, this is, for some people, this is the secret room.
Well, I mean, certainly in the whole class system, it's the pleasures of class. And now what class is, the power that you have is something different. And to me, I mean, from my research of Bohemian Grove, you guys have obviously done more. I've read a lot of mainstream articles, alternative, talk to people, talk to some guests. It's really when people go in there to do whatever they want to do. So there's probably people sitting around fishing and probably people sitting around doing something completely different. Yeah, that looks like
yeah. Okay, there's the stage. Right, that's where the talks happen. Because they've got this amphitheatre, and they have these kind of talks, and this is where George Bush gives talks and people like that on this stage. Oh look, there's the lake. There you go. Lakeside talks. There's the lake. There's the shrine. See, right there. That's where.
Honey, come get a shot of this. Now, where's this river? This is near the Russian River.
Can you see it?
Now, see, here's the shrine of their devil owl, which they even admit has its roots in like Babylon and the Druids had them and everything else. So all over the world, this weird owl.
Damn, this is years ago.
They've thrown children inside this.
Yeah.
Inside the bowels.
This was what in 2001.
I read the Bible about throwing
the summer right before 9/11.
No, this is the 2 summers before 9/11.
Okay, so 2000 is when he infiltrated the Grove.
Thrill seekers have to have more. But here you go, honey. Right here, the shrine. You can zoom in on that, Mike. I'm saying honey to my girlfriend Violet, not Mike here. We're getting real bohemian now, aren't we? This is honey. We get a close shot right here.
Yeah, kosher symbol on a lot of your food. Most of your products and everything you buy has got some sort of symbolism on it.
Certainly got to have
tied
some
to a
control on it.
symbolism
in complex
ideologies.
society and civilization. But
There he is.
all the developments I see.
Welcome, Tommy Bird.
What's up, guys?
Towards
we are watching Dark Secrets Inside Bohemian
and now you
Grove.
got the UN demanding everybody.
This is right before. This is right before Alex Jones infiltrates the Grove itself. They're up in Sonoma County at the hotel room, planning the infiltration.
We're at global government now. When they're saying they're going to have some world court in the Netherlands that they'll take anybody they want to.
A lot of people are saying he didn't ever went there.
In fact, I was reading some of the talks that they've given, and they've
a lot of people say that, but it's kind of hard to refute the video that he got.
I think he did, but I think there's a lot of people saying he didn't.
But is it the ultimate elitist retreat? I would imagine those we don't even know the names of. This is probably just one more.
If he didn't, he really went over the top to
really aren't the upper
make it look like he did.
Make them feel important.
Yeah, I watched a little while ago. I watched like a 2-hour video
of
it.
Things that happen. I mean, it is
the documentary that he did.
They have orgies.
Yeah, that's what we're watching right now.
They have orgies, and these are world leaders. We got a serious problem with that. It just by the very nature of how this. To me, Bohemian Grove is probably a way to compromise people. You want to be in the New World Order Club. It's like a
Reverend, I did not know that
fraternity. And just like in fraternities, you have to do weird things. Here, you probably do weird things. But I got a problem with governors and presidents and prime ministers and corporate chieftains running around and doing this when they have so much power over what happens in the public domain. They have a responsibility to disclose what they're doing. So I think it is important, like you were saying, to somehow try to maintain some security and not be way out in the open because they'll call in a bunch of security.
And the bush might be here this year. The bushies.
I hear he really enjoys himself here.
I think Henry Kissinger will be here.
Well, if I got a stink detector, we'll be able to find out where he's at.
Kind of makes you wonder, like, if he didn't actually infiltrate the Grove, then where did all that footage come from?
Isn't he a Republican?
I'm not a Republican. That's the point I keep making. This whole Democrat-Republican deal is a complete. People always go back to that, though.
But now he's Republican leaning. Like back in the day, he was not Republican, but now he's like conservative leaning.
Your leadership.
It's like, are you Republican or are you not a Republican? Like.
You do see a fight going on.
Are you a free-thinking agent, or are you
the same system? Bidding for control.
Kind of
what I call
wonder how
of slavery incorporated.
How why his political leanings may have shifted. Especially since Trump took office.
I do. I just because Alex gets so impassioned.
I just went back and grabbed a thread. I found a ley line. 3 ley lines cross over this exact location where Bohemian Grove is.
And where ley lines intersect, isn't there supposed to be like
every night from the same?
Isn't it believed that there's a lot of
correct energetic circle
energy or something?
Yes, an energetic circle, but it's like adjacent from one of the large ones. So it's the closest one to the large one that isn't
really
a large one, so to speak.
To a certain degree.
Okay.
So maybe something like this.
And the whole thing with ley lines, that's like where they intersect is like where the veil between worlds, the spiritual and physical world is weakest, and essentially you could build a Stargate or something.
Not dangerous. You're not going to do anything
Theoretically
this weekend.
Well, I mean,
theoretically, supposedly, apparently, yes.
They certainly may be, but I'm completely nonviolent when it comes to just going out there and trying to get the information. That's what
depending on where it is, it has a different energetic focus, so to speak. So different things can do in different locations.
But when I say something that I believe, I have to be on target about it. But dangerous, I'm definitely dangerous to corrupt bureaucrats and their financial bosses that would like to control the American people on the planet.
But not in a violent way.
Not in a violent way. And for anybody that doubts we're in global government now or entering it, you've now got this UN criminal court. They're saying if 60 countries ratify it, then it doesn't matter if America doesn't sign on. Kofi Annan claims he has power to enter any country anytime he wishes. We've all read that, again, and seen it on television. So I'm fighting this global government. And long before global government came out in the open,
in the last 4 or 5 years, they were conditioning the public that anyone that talks about global government is a kook, a weirdo, a terrorist, a racist.
And now they're out in the open about it.
Saying global government's here, you better accept it. We're getting rid of juries all across the planet.
Hey, sorry, got to check out. I got to go pick up my
runs
sister.
things now. The WTO decides
no problem.
what you can buy and sell and trade on the international
Later,
market.
guys.
But see, they preconditioned us that it doesn't exist. They've preconditioned us that anybody that talks about this stuff and who is against it is a kook or a racist because it doesn't exist. And then everybody's decided, well, I'm going to be culturally cool. I want to be in style. I want to be accepted. So even when they're hearing the news admit it and tell us how great it is, they've already pre-positioned it psychologically that it's not acceptable. It's not kosher to discuss it. Do you see the tactic they're using there? 5 years ago, I would laugh when I heard about black helicopters. I would say, I'm about taxes. I'm about corruption. I'm about, getting local control back. I'm about states' rights. Everything's coming under federal control. I was pretty mainstream, what you'd call so-called conservative. Then I saw the light when black helicopters started going into North Carolina. They started going into Florida. They fired into an all-night restaurant in Miami, just training, firing bullets into a place where people were eating.
Yeah, and now they're doing that again out in California. You hear about that?
Calling them out of their town, San Antonio.
Military operations in California in civilian cities in the middle of the night. They're doing that again. They just started that shit again.
Conservative person who understood that the media lied. I didn't realize how thick the propaganda was. That they preconditioned us before they release something on us that it, number one, doesn't exist in our minds with classic doublethink, but then it can re-exist at the same time if they say it does and it's good. So it's literally George Orwell's doublethink, and one has to have it to stay sane in this world. Well, I refuse to be a part of it. I mean, the news every day, black helicopters are a joke. They're stupid. The culture, commercials, movies. At the same
Some
time,
reason the color won't come out properly on the picture that I sent to one of the group chat.
Terror. And I don't
let me see if I can bring that up.
Control freak system. I don't like these degenerate.
I mean, I can share the one with the proper color, but it don't show the proper color in the group chat.
I'm going to try to expose them, and I think we've had some success doing that. So, but I know this: the Henry Kissingers, the George Bushes, those people.
What are you showing? Ley lines?
They've proven they're dangerous. They have no problem controlling.
Are we looking at ley lines?
Entire societies.
Yeah, ley lines.
To make sure that you
yeah, we'll come back to that later.
Them in the river or
let me see if I can pull that up, actually.
No.
Hey, Violet, look how pretty it is.
Sure is pretty.
Mike, you enjoying yourself?
A lot less spooky during the daytime.
Now we're going to take our British friends down into the forest a little bit later tonight. Let them gallivant in the werewolf-ridden woods. Joking. They'll have me on there. Alex Jones, radio talk show host, believes werewolves infest.
Well, let's check out this image that Zero sent us real quick.
Yes?
Yep, here we go. So, Zero, explain to us what we're looking at.
Yeah, that's the terrible one. Dang. So basically over here on the left, Northern California, there's a couple, about where your pointer is, a little bit south of there.
Right here.
A little to the left. Closer to the South Tahoe Lake. You see that word, little to the left?
Here.
That one. That's where Bohemian Grove is, and you see the big one in Canada, and you see the big one down there by San Francisco. So that's more or less a bigger intersection, but for some reason, it's not giving me the proper colors whenever I share it.
Okay, yeah, I'm kind of having a hard time seeing it. I do apologize. These glasses are out of script. My eyes are recovering. So I'm operating with a semi-off prescription. I go back in a couple weeks to have my script adjusted, so it's a little fuzzy, but I got it on point, right?
Try this one because this is the original color.
Okay.
I'm sharing in StreamYard, sir.
Okay. seeing anything. Oh, okay.
I don't know if you can see my pointer or not, but I can make this a bit bigger.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
Can you see my pointer? No?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, my pointer is right here near San Francisco. Right here about is where Bohemian Grove is.
Okay, and that's actually a lot cleaner map, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the image that I copy and pasted, but it's not presenting it properly whenever I share it.
Oh, okay.
So this is actually an image. So you see the big one up here, you see the big one down here by San Diego, and you see the other one down here by part of the Bermuda Triangle. But yeah, yes. South Lake Tahoe is an intersection area that has multiple intersecting points from different locations, is why it's an energetic center. Because as you notice, there's one line that comes across there, this one right here, that doesn't exactly show you where its origin point comes from. But its origin point is off over here in the Pacific somewhere.
Interesting.
So, yeah, that's just a brief rundown of the collective consciousness grid across the planet, which is another name it's used by.
Nice. Thank you for that, Zero. Back to Bohemian Grove.
Northern California. He'd been seen dancing with grizzly bears. Small, even witnessed playing George Bush. Don't make of what's going to happen. I can't begin to imagine what we're going to discover when I infiltrate tomorrow and try to get the cremation of care. Their Moloch worshiper, however you pronounce it, some ancient pagan.
Yeah, Moloch is the owl version of the golden calf Baal.
You know, these globalists.
Essentially, what I know about Moloch is that's where they're putting all the aborted fetus
things to. Some say
quite possibly. They've been saying the Epstein files reported that
we're very close.
They were drinking baby's blood.
The first set of gates.
Well, that goes back to adrenochrome.
Yes. Yeah, they want to get the adrenochrome. And they talked about it a lot in Monsters, Inc. Like you see it in a lot of these movies. Why does Pennywise want to scare the kids? Because they taste better when they're afraid. You know, what was that factory in Monsters, Inc. harvesting in the movie? Screams, terror, fear.
There's a guard gate right over there, a small guard gate, and then back further, an even more elaborate guard gate with surveillance cameras, you name it. Not a through road, ladies and gentlemen. Right up here in Northern California. How you doing, sir? Okay. Camp Meeker? Yeah. Oh, I'm Alex Jones. I make documentaries. I'm just curious. What do you think about Bohemian Grove?
I used to work there.
You used to work there?
Yeah.
And now you work at Camp Meeker?
No, I don't work. Yeah, I live in Camp Meeker.
Oh, you live there?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Did you ever watch the Creamation of Care?
No.
Body language expert says that was a lie.
I just worked there.
Yeah.
I mean, you never saw him march around the red robes? And
no.
Oh, really? That doesn't go on.
But
yeah. You can tell he was a little bit nervous there.
A little bit.
A little bit. He's a little bit nervous.
A little bit.
Why do you think he ran off so fast? He had to change his underwear.
Yep.
What have you guys?
Well, you know why, right?
Yeah, go for it, Bertie.
Well, they say that whoever talks about it, especially when you're living in the same town, that bad fortunes come up to you, like you lose your insanity,
So what have
you
you
get
heard
more
about
anxiety.
Oh, I just read stuff about it.
So it's a fear. Like people talk about it
But what
in the
about the 40-foot
town,
stone owl
they
and the mock human sacrifice? You say
get
you heard
cursed
something
or
about that?
something.
Well,
Superstition and stigma.
Oh, the paper admitted
Something
it.
like that.
well, no, I don't know if
Yeah.
they admitted it.
It wouldn't be
They just
surprising
said
if it was
protest
kind of
it.
like what happened with the Church of
Supposedly
Scientology. Like
happens.
if you talk about it
Sounds kind of
or
weird.
you try to lead the
sound
organization,
weird
then
to
you
me.
become a target.
Right. And then you end up
What do you guys got,
disappearing.
this TV show or something?
Mhm.
We're just having fun.
Oh yeah.
This town isn't like Children of the Corn or anything, is it?
Oh no.
Yeah, that movie was
I don't know.
crazy, man.
Supposedly lots of people go there. Some kind of weird event.
I think I'm raising 5 of the
You guys know
children of the
about it?
corn.
What did you say? I told you that they sacrificed a
So,
human
Robin,
effigy in mock.
do me a favor,
to
look
a
up
40-foot stone
when
owl in
is
black
the
and red with
next
silver cloaks.
gathering at
Sounds
Bohemian Grove. It should be around
good to have
this time if it hasn't happened
Do you think
already.
it's good to
Isn't
have
it usually
so-called
around
world
like
leaders secretly
Juneteenth around there?
engaging in pagan
Like June
activities?
18th around there?
I can't say it's that great. No.
Why
Of course
would you have
you
a problem
can't.
with that?
Well, I don't know. It
What do you
could
mean
be
you don't
alright.
know?
Depends how you look at it.
Right?
Kind of relative is worldview, huh?
Yeah.
Got to sacrifice care to the winds, huh?
Well, I don't know.
Pun
It just looked
intended,
fun.
right?
It
Yeah,
was
you
weird.
know.
They run around naked.
Run around naked and freak out. There you go.
Have you heard that?
Yeah,
Mid-July.
absolutely. Actually, to tell you the truth, here's a funny story.
What if you okay, go ahead.
No, this is the truth. A couple years ago, I was down the road, just down Yar, past Camp Meeker, and I was stopped with a friend of mine.
Now, Camp Meeker's right outside Bohemian Grove.
That's an affirmative.
Yes.
And we were down the road, and we were stopped there because we were just having a cigarette, hanging out, taking a break, and some Secret Service men actually pulled up behind us and asked us what we were doing while we were there. It was the truth. They were like, "What are you guys doing? Where are you at? Why are you parked here? What's going on?" And asked us a whole bunch of questions. What our names were, who we were affiliated with, where we lived, all kinds of stuff. So interrogated us.
Did you answer their questions?
I can believe that.
I don't know. We always hear there's like big, fat, rich guys with prostitutes there.
Really?
Yeah.
What
Oh,
about
yeah.
What about the owl and the rituals?
I don't know anything about it.
Never
Yeah,
heard
you
about
do.
the rituals?
Rituals.
Ritual killing of a human sacrifice of a human?
Nope.
Yeah, you do.
Never heard
What
of
would
it.
you think of
That's
that
why
one
you're
going on?
smiling.
Think it's
Right.
really weird. Wouldn't be that surprised. I mean,
Bible
they said that
has
when I
5
grew up.
false fake gods destroyed by the Lord God.
Yeah.
One
Hey, I like
is
the shirt.
the
Declaration of
fish head
Independence.
dragon
Yeah.
All right,
with
take care.
All right.
humanoid or
We're talking about the
terminoid.
Bohemian Grove and trying
So
to see what
literally
locals think about
a
how it's all
sore
secret and
butt
all these fat
loser
cats there and the
demon.
supposed strange rituals that go on. Are you a local?
No, but she is.
What do you think about the Bohemian Grove?
Well, I'm no, I think
Be careful now.
it offers a lot of employment.
Offers a lot of employment.
What's going on there? What kind of
I like
rituals do they
money
do?
is what I
I don't
heard.
know. We're talking to locals about what the rumors are.
What other
Playboy Bunny.
About a big
I'm just kidding.
40-foot stone
Just
owl
kidding.
and simulated human sacrifice.
Oh no. Oh, I don't know about that, but it's politicians that come that vacation.
More than that.
It'd be really weird if politicians were acting like they were sacrificing people, wouldn't it?
No, you can't trust politicians. You know.
Oh, really? They might be doing it,
Yeah,
huh?
they might. Yeah. Who knows? Politicians, you know.
I hear you, bud. Hey, good talking to you.
All right.
Appreciate it. You guys take care.
Good luck.
Hey, those are some pretty flowers.
Yeah, it's mid-July, Tin Man, just to let you know. Yeah, mid-July.
You guys have a good one.
You too.
So I'm a month ahead of schedule.
Yeah,
I'm serious. I don't know why, but I was thinking it was in
Yeah,
June.
we are. We
It's in
are.
big trouble.
No, this is a wonderful area of the country. We're just asking locals what they think of the Bohemian Grove.
The Bohemian Grove is a wonderful place.
Have you been there?
Yeah, I've been in there a bunch of times.
What'd you do? Work there? Or
Worked there, yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Is you know when it's the most wonderfulest time is when nobody's there.
Oh, it's a beautiful area?
Yeah. Yeah. Very beautiful. It's got big trees.
Have you ever been there for the Creamation of Care?
No.
So you've never been there for the rituals?
No.
You ever heard about them?
Yes.
What have you heard they do, sir?
Nothing. They've got that tree that looks like an owl.
Oh, you know.
Tree that looks like an owl?
tree or rock, or it's a carving, or
It's made of steel and
But have you
rock.
heard what they do during that?
No, I have no idea.
No, it's a
What would you
it's
say?
a hollowed out
They burn a
statue.
human being. in
Yeah, but
effigy.
it's
They don't
also
really do it. They
steel,
burn
and
it
there's
in
steel
effigy.
in it.
I don't know
Yeah.
what that means.
Well, they have like a dummy that looks like a person under a black blanket.
Huh?
They take it up there
Yeah,
and
they-
burn it.
Oh, I don't know.
They have a lot of
Pretty weird.
equipment in there.
Huh?
I
Pretty weird.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
I forget what's
lived
in
around
there,
here?
but there's a lot of
I don't know.
very
How old am I?
electronics and equipment
40 years?
that are in there, like
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
a
oh, wow.
generator
Yeah.
or something.
What's your name, sir?
It's been a long time since I've seen it. But somebody who worked there actually went and took some video of the inside of the owl.
Wow, I did a lot of research on it, and a lot of people are saying it's made of rock
Yeah.
and steel,
Politicians, a lot of big
and
wigs
it's
make a lot of
hollow,
big
and
decisions.
there's a lot of stuff.
really?
I heard a lot of stuff.
You think it's good that they
Yeah.
get together and make all these
Bohemian
so-called
Grove
decisions?
Owl Shrine
Do I
is
think
40
it's
foot
good?
tall, 12
Yeah.
meters hollow statue made of concrete
What
over
about the
steel
rituals?
supports.
Have you heard anything about the
Yep, there you
rituals?
go. That's why.
There's all kinds of rumors about rituals that go on there.
What type of rumors have you heard?
Don't make me go there.
Please.
She kind of nervous. She's like,
She's
I
like,
want to go
hell
there,
no.
but I don't dare to go
That's
there.
what I've read in books. There's books
Yeah.
out about it.
Oh, you've read
Don't
books
curse
on it,
me.
I had a book that was published in 1956 that was written about some of the
huh?
rituals.
Because now it's been going on for 120 plus years.
Yeah, over a
Because they just had
century.
their 120th something anniversary.
Yeah, it's about
What would you
150
say,
years
you
now.
know,
Like,
I told you that there's a 40-foot
I think it was
stone
since
owl, and
1870
that they
or
burn
something
a
like
human
that.
being.
According to the
Not
beginning of
real
this
life.
document, it's 113 this year because it was 1913 was the first one.
So you doubt there's a stone owl, and you doubt that they.
no,
I
it was
wouldn't doubt
back
there's
in
a
the
stone owl. Maybe
1800s
there's
that
a
they did
stone
it.
owl.
It was
I wouldn't think that
1873, I
that's kind
think.
of, rumors
Yeah.
it's rumors, with
Okay,
the word
Oh, the
implies.
ritual was 1913.
Right.
1873
Okay, the first
was
ritual
year
was the Bohemian
creation.
Club itself. As it
Oh
existed
yeah,
since.
yeah. He's right. He's right.
Well,
Okay,
How long you lived around?
no prep.
approximately
H.N.
all in all,
Solomon,
32 years.
Day, sorry.
Mhm.
My spelling,
what
Moloch,
have you heard about
Vale,
Bohemian
Praise,
Grove?
Beat, the
It's where
drums.
all
There
of
are
the
specific gates
FBI
of
and
Jerusalem. They
you're
beat
talking
the
about the Bohemian Grove.
sacrifice of baby
Yeah,
drums.
it's like
So,
the
nice society types.
quote
don't
unquote
hear
elite
the
and
screams.
presidential retreat.
Yep, the drums drowned out the sound of the screaming babies, right?
No, I haven't. Well,
As we throw the
people
babies
who
in the
have more money than
fiery
the rest of
pits,
us
the
in the
drums
world are, a bit
drowned out the
different.
sound of screaming babies.
All for
They're
wealth and
They
power.
want to hoard it all
Yep.
for themselves.
Well, the golden calf
And
that they
think they're
sacrificed
heaven.
children to
They're
was
not,
said to be
because they don't know how to
about wealth. It
provide.
Yes.
supposed to be the calf of
Do it,
the
Jesus.
god of wealth and prosperity.
And they're
That's
still
why
doing it.
it's.
Sacrifice
That's
a
why they
human
have one
effigy
outside
for a
of
giant
the
45,
Federal
50
Reserve,
foot
if I
stone
remember
owl.
correctly.
I
You're
would say
correct.
that's
Is it-
probably why they're
Is it the
going to
Federal
hell.
Reserve or Wall Street?
It's a Federal Reserve.
Sure.
Have you ever heard about that?
Because I know they got the
You live here your whole
beast
life?
outside of
Where were you born?
the
San Francisco.
United Nations,
It's a beautiful
a
town.
statue
Of course, we've got
based
the
off
Grove
the
just about 10 miles down the
depiction
road.
given in Revelations
people that
of the
work there?
beast.
I'm only speaking of what I studied on.
They're kind of.
I don't know for sure.
I don't really know anybody that works there.
There you go, brother.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth. Yeah. I know people that have gone down there. A couple years ago when was Schwarzkopf,
Nixon, Ronald Reagan.
Colin Powell, they were all down there doing
Smoke break.
big presentational
Go for it.
speeches and whatnot. I've heard about that. And presidents that have gone there for the retreats
Whatever he's
and
doing,
whatnot.
his little things
But I've
stayed
heard
up.
that It's also a quote unquote elite.
I don't know how to
business
do
club only. Women have
Well, he's been having some technical
or
issues.
allowed to work there, except for in the past few years, which they're only kept in the parking lot. They're valet parker. That's the only job women can have there. Because whatever.
Yeah, women are not allowed there
That it's true.
except for certain jobs.
A human being.
Yeah,
effigy to a
valet
giant
parking, maybe
owl god, and they start worshiping
external security.
and talking
But it's
about how it gives
specifically
power
for
and all
men.
that.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
say
but
they
anything
are,
inside of
in
the
grand delusion when they
compound
need
would
to
be
be
Well,
men
they
only.
take prostitutes and they sleep with them on the
But
stage,
what is this burning a person?
and they burn people and mocking.
Different societies would have large
mock human
metals,
sacrifice.
hollow owls,
Yep.
children into them.
Yeah, we're actually going to be seeing that coming up here.
They're quite sick animals.
Like I said, I've been doing some studying. It's kind of sad.
Or
It's pretty sick. I mean, even an atheist should be like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are these people doing? Why is this happening?
Right.
And why has it been allowed to happen for so long? I mean, we've been a predominantly Christian nation.
Well, you gotta realize everything that's decided for us in the United States, or even around the world, is decided there.
It
Our
is.
votes don't count, or everything.
Well, no,
Unless you're
is going to turn into a werewolf. Why? Why? Just so creepy with all that fog.
Yeah,
and it's a regular occurrence.
Very
It is
pretty.
pretty, but it kind of gives you that sleepy hollow vibe, especially when you're there.
Kind of like Silent Hill.
Yes.
It's really going for this one. Wow, like that.
No, you've been
Or Silent Hill or Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, or the fog.
Mhm.
There's the evidence.
Yeah.
He's been in there.
I'd eat that for $10.
So then he went over here and he went down there. Now he's a bit lost.
Thank you.
Pretty snail.
I think it's probably bugged actually.
And that's a federal agent right there. Hey, no, just now. This is one of the new breed of high-tech federal agents. All this is in there is just tech. This guy came up to us just now.
Nanotechnology micro beast. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
He came up and he said, "Do you work in the Grove?"
He said you work in the Grove?
Yeah, and he had a big bushy beard. And he
Welcome back, Zero.
Acid.
Yeah, that should tell you right there that they've been working on 19 for 20 years, because this was 2000. They just talked about nanotech.
Oh, yeah. And then he started talking about the weather for half an hour.
I mean, back in the early 2000s, Jones was talking about implantable microchips, the viruses,
Yeah, this Australian we met yesterday. He's been here.
releasing mass plagues on the earth. He said that in his documentary right after 9/11, the 9/11 Road to Tyranny.
With men in black, FBI, Secret Service, and everything going up and down the roads.
And that was what, 2002 that he made that documentary?
Yeah. They all disappeared, and they were looking out for undesirables in the area who were persuaded to go. That was his story.
And now we're gonna infiltrate.
I think we should go and see.
Then he did that Obama decision, man.
The public has a right to
Yeah.
know.
They do.
You did that in what, 2009?
They have a right.
Yeah.
The people in this cafe, I think, shouldn't know.
I agree.
Well, you've got to go in.
And that was back before
Says no through
Jones kind of
because we've got to sit in the car.
went
Shot
fucking
going
full
up the road.
conservative.
So you've got to go in.
He was still kind of a civil libertarian at that point.
But
I'm going to lose my shit if the third release comes out after Bohemian Grove.
I wouldn't ask. I wouldn't.
The third
ask him if he
release
wasn't as brave as you.
Of the new documents, the UFO files in the government.gov thing, the war.gov/UFO.
Oh, the UFO dump?
Yeah, they
probably.
released the second set. I'm going to lose my shit if it's after Bohemian Grove, the third set.
With your
Probably would be.
What's it called? Yeah, your hidden camera that's in the shape of a pager.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Problem is,
Like, they had to decide what they're releasing for real now, and give us the big dump.
I can just get in the woods with this.
Yeah. Well, it'll probably be just another big fat nothing burger.
And even if I'm going early.
Pretty much what the other two were. And we was told the second one was bigger and the second one was smaller.
Oh, so you're gonna go in way before Rick gets here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, we'll just sit in the car.
But I mean, you understand why? Not because I want to hang out in there all day. It's because I've got to get in. Because if they catch me, then I've got to sneak back in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will not be stopped.
You know, I went to.
He laughs.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, like, how the fuck he managed to get away with this.
But that was my first time, and we got chased away.
I mean, he'd never get away with it today, but even back then, how the fuck did he manage to pull this off?
Well, they said because of him,
Tucker's a good rider.
they doubled the guards and everything.
Hi, boobies.
Doesn't it?
I'm guessing, I don't know if this is a good guess or not, but somehow they had an inside guy that decided to turn whenever they found out what they was looking for, and that's how he was able to even get as far as he did, because somehow you have to know somebody to even be not recognized as somebody that's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, because most everybody should be pretty recognizable. It's like, wait a minute. Who's this nobody that I don't recognize?
Well,
Who's the new guy?
Didn't they decide that? Didn't he say that he was part of the Hillbilly Club?
Yeah. Where the bushes stay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the night of July 15th, 2000.
Okay,
But
yeah,
you get
July
what I'm saying.
15th.
You had to be like a relative of somebody who is known there in order to be even considered part of the +1 group to get in.
Getting in is like almost impossible.
Oh, even more so now, for sure.
Tactic would be to insert ourselves at the main entrance into the heavily wooded area, entering the gorge by stealth and getting into the main parking area. From there, we posed as Bohemian Club members, thus entering the inner sanctums of the New World Order.
So he just right there legitimately stated that somehow they had false credentials to get in.
Right.
Yeah. And how the hell do you get that shit?
No, I got it.
He definitely knew somebody. Somebody helped him do this. Yeah. And he ain't saying who, because he didn't just.
There had to be an inside guy.
No credentials.
Don't worry about it, guys. Come
on.
Somebody helped him do that. The JP Getty Fortune Dude Ellen Degenerate as Kuru Mod Cow Ryan Disease. Look up Ellen and Sandra Bullocks admitting blender foreskin cream collagen.
Yeah, pray for us.
Yep, for beauty on live daytime TV. Yeah, I have seen that. I have seen that. Dude, like I didn't even dare to like even on foot try to even get that close, dude. Like
See, I've been to
that's
the
fucking
Redwoods.
scary, dude. Like I would be too fucking scared to even try to fucking do that shit. Like I'd psych myself out at that.
I haven't been to that part, but I've been to Redwoods, and it's pretty.
Yeah. When did you go?
Oh, man, I was like 13, 14.
Oh, wow.
Went on a camping trip when I was in the Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
I've seen trees. I've seen trees it takes like 10 people to hug.
Yeah. They're huge. You got that one. I don't think it's there anymore, but you used to have one that you could drive through and there were gift shops in it.
Yeah, they built a road through one. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think that tree stands anymore because it probably died, but
I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up.
Yeah, I believe it's dead, but when I went up there, it was back in 2003 when I was homeless, and that's when I disappeared for that week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took a little trip up there.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty.
It is. It's very pretty. But
well, this guy is sneaking, I guess.
Yeah, like they're going.
What did they do? Did they have to leave the car and walk a trail to get to where they're going? Is that what? That's what it seemed like. They had to walk a trail for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, they had to.
think they had to
They
drive
had
from
to
the
have their buddy
opposite
drop them
side.
off on the main road. They
Okay.
snuck in to the parking lot, then took the tram into the compound.
And how did he not get caught for that?
Somebody had to have given him credentials. Somebody had to have given him credentials.
It's got to be
Because
a
this
reason.
footage started inside of the car where they were going past the checkpoint where they passed out their credentials, and now they got the guy right there. How did they not get all caught in this whole scenario? That's some crazy stuff.
I mean, you would have to
is.
have a pass to even get through it. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Well, they didn't go through the main entrance, but they obviously had some fake ass credentials.
For what I'm seeing right now, they have to.
Yeah. Either that or security on the inside is
sucks
fucking
ass.
shit.
Well, there's the security guard of the entrance right there, a valet guy right there.
Yeah, well, the valets aren't gonna check for ID. They're not going to check for that. They would probably get checked at the gate when they came in. So security, for the most part, would probably be laxed on the inside, unless they see somebody that they don't recognize and they suspect is being suspicious or is doing something they're not supposed to be doing. At which point they could go in there and be like, hey, show ID or anything like that. At which point you would think, like, hey, we have so-and-so here. Verify that they're on the guest list.
And in all honesty, if they got caught, they might have been considered volunteer sacrifices. Just think about it.
We're actually not inside.
Offering themselves as tribute.
We're in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Whether
That is
it
a
be
possibility.
willing voluntarily or not.
Right?
You caught here, you just done. You cooked, bro. You might as well just put yourself in the pot.
Yeah. It's like, we have our sacrifice. Forget the children. We have Alex Jones.
And there's the Coast Redwood. Yeah. And then there's a Chinese redwood. And there's one or two of the Chinese redwoods somewhere in the grove.
I remember when I drove to the area and went up to Sequoia National Park, all they had up there was sequoia.
Yeah.
May the odds be with me.
They're incredibly large.
And that truck is clearly has to be legit security driving right by them. It's got the logo on it and everything.
Yeah. I mean, I guarantee you some people got fucking fired after this documentary got aired. Somebody got fired.
Or killed.
Probably a shit ton of people got fired.
I'm more agreeing with Tommy Bird. Sorry about that, Tin Man. I think with Tommy Bird's more correct.
Yeah.
Which part?
Killed.
Yeah. They weren't fired. They were fired at.
Yeah, they were on fire.
Yeah, they were fired out of a cannon into the sun.
The road. Oh, that's road. Oh, road. It was 88.
And they can get away with it because no one wants to talk about it.
Yeah, that's probably why a lot of those locals, especially those who worked there, didn't want to talk about it because they know shit. And they know people who have probably gotten their shit fucked up.
Well, you know the history of this town that this Nexus Grove, that there's like a lot of people gone missing through the years and they still ongoing investigation on it.
Yeah, a lot of cold cases up there.
Yeah, a lot. So makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
No, go ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, is there another one coming?
It is. I don't know what the word would be to describe it. It's just ominous.
Sick? No, it's sick. Like, it's beyond sick.
Malicious.
Yeah, that's even better.
Yeah.
Undescribable.
intentional malice.
It's definitely malice. A bunch of martyrs here, and no one's doing nothing about it.
Yeah, like you would think that somebody would do something about this, but and try to shut this down.
People are too comfortable, and people like paying rent. Apparently,
it shouldn't be like this.
It shouldn't. Like I'm surprised, like nobody's tried to sneak in there with like an incendiary device and just blow up everybody up, or just freaking fly overhead and
just
crop dust them during the cremation of care or something. Like I'm honestly surprised.
Just killing people for wealth is, oh man.
Well, I mean that's been the commonplace for all throughout history. Oh, sacrifice your babies for
kill
good harvest.
Over.
Do a human sacrifice for wealth and prosperity.
Yeah, you're gonna kill people for dead presidents on paper.
In between dodging security personnel. Unfortunately,
presidents that's probably been here and doing the same shit.
Several of the confrontations were not caught on tape. We had sheriff's deputies.
That's why I say money is the greater of all evil.
On who we were. We just told them we were with the hillbillies. That's where the bushes stay.
Yep, see hillbillies, I knew it.
Accents. Yep. Saying they're with the hillbillies, that's where the bushes stay. But yet nobody asked for ID. Nobody asked for, badge pass or anything. Because you don't just walk around without having some sort of credentials on you.
Or maybe they were so calm that they didn't really think about it.
Jones is a real confident motherfucker. I'll give him that.
It's either he's very confident and lucky, or he already got a pass to go through it, and no one knew about the camera.
Well, it was a nanny cam that they had in a pager.
Because back then they didn't have the technology for like little cameras.
No, but it was a nanny cam for the time disguised as a pager.
Oh, there they are. How's it going?
Pretty smart.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he does got balls though. That's for sure.
Oh, this was good. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, here he is, just walking right into one of the buildings, one of the little taverns or whatever, and he's just chill.
He's just walking around. What's up? I would have walked up on the stage and went, "This is not where I parked my car."
What is he? How did he get this shot? Like, I'm checking my fake pager.
Look at this.
No, he was probably standing up on the hill and, had his pager on his belt loop, and he was just kind of just like, la-di-da-di-da, just kind of looking around as he stood there with the pager aimed at the crowd. And yes, I farted.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just one of many signs.
Weaving spiders come not here.
With skulls adorned with other trappings of death. We also saw signage with Latin and other ancient languages. Now we're about to let you see a little bit of what's going on with the great owl.
Yep, there it is. Right across that lake or creek.
I'm getting bold.
I think one of my recent shows, we went over the actual symbol of Bohemian Grove.
Yeah. But for the sake of argument, why don't you go ahead and recap a little bit of that, Zero?
Oh, we were just going over what the owl was and the words around it, and if you know type scenario, because if you know, you don't say anything anyway. And if you don't know, I can't tell you because you have to go figure it out, because that's what learning is.
Urn that continually burns year around, we're told. Here's a side shot from about 30 yards away of Moloch, the Canaanite deity to which children were sacrificed to in Babylon. And yet another slowed down close shot. Again, the internal flame burning, the altar, the bottom extremities of the 40-plus foot stone deity. And there is a shot of its head as well. Again, we've slowed down this video because we only actually had about 5 seconds of it on our hidden cameras, so you can have a chance to get a closer look at it. You will see it during the ceremony. Speaking of the ceremony, we were on the left-hand side of the lake, about 150 yards downstream beneath those large redwood trees. Much of the ritual you're going to witness took place on the right-hand side of the lake and at the northern tip beneath Moloch. Keep in mind the scale of the idol compared to those giant redwood trees. It's at least 45 feet tall. Now, the daytime vantage you're witnessing is basically the vantage that we shot the ceremony from at night. This is America, and it's been going on for 120 plus years in Northern California. This is not some new fad. We're talking about something deadly serious with its roots in ancient history.
I still can't believe that even with all the encounters he had with security, that he didn't get his ass thrown out. That he was not found out, thrown out.
I just don't believe in coincidences. You know what I mean?
Had the bright idea of going into one of the camps, which is one of the few mistakes he made. Not that we both didn't make.
It's like I'm saying, he had to have had an inside man escort him around.
Yeah. No one recognizes him
So, Thomas, like, what was your vibe when you were watching this on your own for the first time?
Well, basically, it's been going on first century. I know that higher people are here. They're sacrificing children. There's a lot of mocking. A lot of people are being cloned. I know that I don't think our president right now is actually our president.
You're leaning with Zero's consensus that we have.
Yeah, 45, not 47. Are you going on the boat of 45s, not 47, Tommy Bird?
You guys talked about this already?
Yeah. Donald Trump has been replaced.
I believe the first time he did it, that was our president. And I think the president we got now on the second term is a different person.
It's a possibility.
He's a little bit taller. He walks straighter. He's losing his mind. He's doing stupid shit right now. And
not as orange as he was.
Yeah, he's just, that's not him, man. And they actually have footages of his skin like rubbery. So,
yeah,
that's not him. Just like Jim Carrey, just like Britney Spears, just like there's a lot of people. Famous singers.
John Travolta.
John Travolta's one.
Yep.
There's so many people being cloned right now or replaced.
People in masks.
Because when they stand up for what's right and they try to expose what happens, they're gone, and then they love the things. Then they start loving the things they hate. Look at Jim Carrey. He's been saying for many years about the Illuminati, the tongue being the whistleblower. He's been trying to warn people, and now he's going to Paris, and he's all lovey-dovey, loving what he does. No, that's not Jim Carrey. Different eye color, different face, different height, different everything. It's just a clone.
Yeah, or a reasonable facsimile, somebody to be done up like him. Saddam Hussein had body doubles like a motherfucker.
Right, exactly. So
had people surgically altered to look like him.
There's only a few people like us that are not blind to that, but none of us are going to stand up for it either. That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a lot to even talk about it.
Yeah, I'm kind of weirded out how Bruce Willis was just to run with this, but was the only one that survived the entire thing. But it's pretty screwed up what happened to the real Bruce Willis right now.
I think they did that to him on purpose, so he didn't have the ability to talk or speak about what's on his mind.
That's kind of what I'm running with. They couldn't clone him because he was it wouldn't take or something like that, and that's what happened, so to speak.
So if you can't be cloned, they will damage you. They will try to kill you.
Yep, or discredit you in any single way, like what they did to Michael Jackson.
Yeah. See, I have a lot of theories on that. I get a lot of hate for it too, but I believe he was innocent. They even proved that he was innocent.
Yeah, the Epstein files state that he was actually the one trying to protect children.
The point here, though, is they do.
Even Macaulay Culkin went on stage and told everybody on he told everybody that he did nothing.
And then upon walking back
that Michael was innocent.
The guard shack, we actually
And the only reason why he said anything is something about his parents, and they want money from him, and it's wrong. I mean,
they took his money.
Wasn't Macaulay Culkin the only one that said Michael was the only person who didn't try to touch me?
Right. He was the only one that didn't. Everybody else tried to.
Eric Carter said it too.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's why both of their careers went
right down the hill.
Writing that a man on
it was
his own
quick too.
Invited back to the camp by gay bohemians. Even 100-year-old annals have admitted the homosexual activities.
Yep, there's homosexual. There's
Mike and I traveled
whores.
into the hills to wait until dark and the beginning of the Creamation of Care ceremony.
Yeah, the ceremony can only happen at night. I noticed that too.
Yeah.
I think it's because the owl. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's definitely the second one. That is definitely the second time it's been infiltrated. Okay.
All the Bohemian Club members begin a massive feast of revelry.
That might be the second time he's just talking about it.
No, I'm talking about released information and pictures or video from it. This is definitely the second time.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the first time they didn't get a lot of pictures or video. Now this time around, when Jones did it, he got a lot.
Oh, he
of
went
video.
there twice.
No, somebody went there before him. What was it, back in the 80s?
The late 80s or the early 90s.
Yeah, and all they got was a few pictures.
After the feast, cult members travel from the main dining area under the trees out to the eastern side of the lake.
And then there was one like in 2004 or 2006 that got really good video of the ritual itself.
Yeah, I tried to find that, but I couldn't find it.
I know it was 2007. I could be wrong.
Oh no, it was before 2010, and it was like maybe 5 or a handful of years after this one.
The occult activities are coming up.
Yep, there it is.
After the actual ritual, we're going to give you some more of the history surrounding it. But first off, I wanted to draw your attention to the program that was given out to the spectators or the viewers. I guess an occultist would call them novices, who actually watched as the priest and their supporters engaged in this ancient rite. Now, you're looking at a little demon called PJ that was on the front of the actual program. It's kind of an Hieronymus Bosch style. He's got a little broom and a dustpan, and he's sweeping something up. Now, even more shocking is the figure of a human body burning in the flames. In fact, I've shown it to people that are experts in anatomy, to actual doctors, and they say that the anatomical size is that of a baby or small child. Notice how large the cranium is in comparison to the torso, that is the ribs. Understand, ladies and gentlemen, this is from the program itself given out to the establishment lackeys witnessing these sinister activities. Remember, in Babylon and Tyre, they would throw their children into fiery pits. Look at the size of the hands compared to the rest of the body. Only children show these anatomical details. Now, of course, it's been airbrushed in, but it shows the psychology of those conducting these criminal activities. Now, this is the only skull we actually caught on tape. We've blown it up for you over one of the major meeting houses. Of course, it's not a real skull. It was extremely oversized up on the signage. The point we're trying to make here is the entire compound was literally infested with symbols of death, skulls, owls, you name it. At long last, here it is, the Creamation of Care unveiled.
I mean, it's just mind-boggling how many people are actually there.
Oh, there's a lot.
I mean, you're looking at several thousand at least. I mean, this isn't a few
If
hundred
not
people. It's
more.
probably maybe a few thousand.
Hey, Tin Man, remember numbers are crazy, man. We got about 8 billion people on the planet. What is 1% of that?
Crowd. Suddenly, across the small lake, we saw a carriage with men in black and brown cloaks, robes in front and in back, bearing a bound body. Now, we're about to show you the raw footage. You can see the torches coming out of the woods on the other side of the lake. We're going to show you the whole ceremony without video enhancement. Later, we're going to blow it up for you. Remember, it was a hidden camera and at somewhat of an angle.
They would have been better off with the whole Monty Python monks thing. Donde es Domine? Donde es Requiem? They're really putting a lot of emphasis on the Druidic and Celtic rites. You know, there was a lot of witchcraft and a lot of Druidic rites that took place centuries ago. Stonehenge, very synonymous. But it's interesting that they chose Druidic, Celtic symbolism and practices for a Babylonian sacrifice. I think that's very interesting that they merged the two.
Something particularly pleasing was happening for the Bohemian Grovers with whatever developed with that crowd of men in black and brown and the bound body on the back of the buggy. They drove behind big black tarps they had hanging out of the trees. There was lots of smacking on lips and bizarre enjoyment by the crowd. We still haven't made out exactly what was going on, but that a real sacrifice may have actually been developing, according to some occult experts.
And like you were saying before, Thomas, a lot of people disappear in those areas. A lot of unsolved cold cases of disappearances.
All the time in the darkness across
people
the small
disappearing,
lake.
Former employees
The
or
men in
even
black
children
were doing something
disappear.
behind the dark curtains hanging.
And it wouldn't
from
be
the
surprised,
redwood
given
trees. But after
Epstein's
about 10 more
activities,
minutes of
and
music,
children were being
suddenly,
trafficked
all
in
around
there
town, activity
for
began.
the
Here's the
patrons'
main
enjoyment
central
as
part
well
of
as
the
for this ritual.
I even heard they sacrificed some of their family members.
Yeah, they say in Hollywood there's been sacrifices, like Hollywood actors have had to sacrifice their children.
Yep.
Or parents even. Parents, siblings, their own children.
Yeah.
To advance their careers.
Yep. All for wealth.
Yep. Or to be a mouthpiece of the elites.
What blows my mind is that when we die, we can't bring none of that with us. It makes me sick.
They worship death itself. These people want to wipe out humanity and merge themselves with artificial intelligence and live forever with this robotic consciousness. As humanity's exterminated as a whole.
With the ripple of waters, song of birds,
such music as inspires the sinking soul, do we invite you into midsummer's joy. Sky above is blue, sown with stars. The forest floor is heaped with fragrant drift. Evening's cool kiss is yours.
I wonder how the ritual has changed over the years. Like if it's the same ritual every year or if it's changed.
I'm sure it changed a few times.
The winds, the cares of life. But memory bring back the well-loved names of gallant friends who knew and loved this grove. Dear boon companions of the long ago. Aye, let them join us in this whiskey. Not a place be empty in our midst. Oh, beauty's vassals, who hold in this gray autumn of the world her springtime in your heart, a 10-hour tale. Gather ye forest folk, and cast your spell over these mortals. Touch their world-blind eyes with fairy open their eyes and blow all the memories of yesterday and seal the gates of sorrow. It is a dream, and yet not all a dream. Joel Care and all of his works are but a dream. As vanished Babylon and goodly Tyre, so shall they also.
Yeah, they're directly referencing Babylon and Tyre, but yet incorporate Celtic and Druidic rites.
Yep.
And this is where I disagree, and I say it's the exact script every single year.
We bow to beauty everlasting.
You think it's the same thing every year that we're seeing now?
Correct. It's a play that's done every year, and the only thing that is different is the outcome. Because it's more or less referencing something that they think happened in this area with these exact quotes is what I'm trying to state here.
A reenactment of something that happened long ago.
A mythical thing that occurred, not a legend that occurred.
Okay. That is a distinct possibility.
She is ever faithful. Other friends may fail, but seek ye her in any quiet place. Smiling, she will rise and give to you her kiss. So must ye
A lot of reference to her and an all-male club.
nor ever doubt her beauty and her
That's very interesting.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's called. There's a reason that's why there's no women here. It's all male club.
Yeah, but it's interesting. They say her in this ritual, and a ritual that involves only male participants. Did we ever find out if the sacrifice is male or female?
Female. I think it's female.
You think it's female?
I believe so.
No, I've always kind of wondered that.
For my research, they used to sacrifice female babies.
Yeah, or a very young female child.
Yes, it had to be like a child. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, they'd throw babies into fire and burning pits.
Something about impurity.
Yeah, purity, innocence.
Yeah.
and priests. The desperate call of heavy hearts is answered by the power of your fellowship.
By the power of Grayskull.
I always stand up and say tacos.
You would.
The joyous pipings of a funeral march.
You know, I'm surprised like nobody has flown over there and done like a suicide bomb in their plane or something during this. Or like swoop down and like crop dusted them with pesticide.
I mean, you can.
I mean, it's not hard to make Ajax, just saying. I mean, somebody made that shit. Didn't when the Ajax scare happened, wasn't a lot of that come from Fort Detrick, Maryland?
Yeah.
You know, and they said somebody made that in their house. I mean, I'm honestly surprised that, maybe somebody didn't crop dust them with like not Ajax, or why do I say Ajax? Anthrax. Anthrax, Ajax. Maybe all one and the same. I don't know.
It'd be kind of funny if someone did that, cut the crown of Will just harassed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can make that shit at home. You can make this kind of shit. Especially back then when they didn't have as lucrative rules on the internet, and the deep web was still somewhat on the main web, and you can get things like the Anarchist Cookbook. I'm surprised nobody picked up a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook and then decided to maybe fly their personal plane over the Creamation of Care and crop dust the participants. I mean, I'm honestly surprised this has never happened. I mean, if I'm the one suggesting it, and I'm not even suggesting it, I'm just pointing out the possibility of something. I'm just giving an acknowledgement here. But if the thought came across my mind, at least in terms of reporting on it, you have to believe that it had to cross somebody's mind to actually do it. And I'm not condoning violence, and I'm not suggesting, oh, hey, fly your plane over Bohemian Grove to do anything. I'm just saying, I'm surprised that it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
A little gasoline in a match.
His face was painted up like a skull,
yeah,
bringing the bound body across the water. Again, we'll have enhanced video of this later.
Okay, I found which one it was. It's number 77 Upper Decker on my YouTube channel.
You're about to hear.
Okay. What are we talking about?
The video where I talked about the symbol for Bohemian Grove. It's about an hour, 15 minutes into it.
Oh, okay. Zero, you are fucking killing it tonight, man. Oh, this is interesting. ChatGPT is telling people that Charlie Kirk is alive, and parents are warning each other about data collecting, electronic toys, beaming little Timmy's pick location and school, live touch pics to creeping comos, I'm assuming pedos.
Oh, Charlie Kirk is dead, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that these LLMs, they're not good with recent events, and anything post 2021, 2019, 2018, they're not exactly caught up on a lot of recent events.
I agree.
Yeah,
I heard
unless
about
it's
that
like
too.
specifically programmed.
It's not fully updated a current time.
No. And a lot of people could be tinkering with ChatGPT or Gemini or Grok, fucking with it.
Thus buried across the shadowy tide, in all the ancient majesty of death, no arch enemy of beauty. Not for thee has forgive or the restful grave. Fire shall have its will of thee, and all the winds make merry with thy dust. Bring fire!
Charizard, I choose you.
Now, this is kind of like some Olympic bearing the torch shit going on here.
Yeah, burying the torch in someone's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, ice cream.
Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
What? Oh, okay.
See, this is the reason why I say that it's some sort of script that is done every year and it's the exact same thing.
He cannot slay. Year after year, he burned me in this grove, lifting your puny shouts of triumph to the stars. But when again, he turned your faces to the marketplace, do ye not find me waiting as of old? Fools! Fools! Fools to dream ye conquer care!
Nay, thou mocking spirit, it is not all a dream. We know thou waitest for us. With this our sylvan holiday has ended. We shall meet thee and fight thee as of old, and some of us prevail against thee, and some thou shalt destroy. But this too we know. Year after year within this happy grove, our fellowship bans thee for a space. Thy malevolence which would pursue us here has lost its power under these friendly trees.
Yeah, the effigy of Care, the ritual centers around the symbolic burning of an effigy named Care, which represents the worldly worries, anxieties, and responsibilities of everyday life.
Sets us free.
Ye shall burn me once again! Not with these flames, which hither ye have brought from regions where I reign. Ye fools and priests, I spit upon your fire.
Wow. Prince of all mortal wisdom, thou of Bohemia, we beseech thee, grant us thy counsel.
Smoke crack in the bathroom with us.
That booth probably a fart.
And drive him from this grove.
Smoke crack in the bathroom.
One flame alone must light this fire. One flame
Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. Apparently, the owl thinks it can sing.
You're gay. I'm sorry.
Well, if you're in that club, it apparently is a good thing. At least they think so.
You just call me gay.
Hmm?
You just call me gay.
I don't know. Do you go to this club?
But if I did, I saw your name on the top of the list.
Touche. Touche, motherfucker. Touche. Good comeback.
Great owl of Bohemia, we thank thee for thy adjuration.
Zero, you were talking about the third drop of the UFO files possibly happening after the next Bohemian Grove meeting. Steven Spielberg says his new alien movie, Disclosure Day, will make Christians second guess their entire religion.
I doubt it.
Well, isn't that sort of something that has been discussed, that if extraplanetaries or extraterrestrials were physically presented as being legitimate and walking among everybody, that would literally change a lot of religious views, not only Christianity, as well as we've talked about certain sectors being pre-warned of this occurring?
Yes. To prepare their congregations for faith-shaking disclosures, yes.
That was on my list of movies to maybe watch, and then suddenly I started slightly spoiling myself, and now I don't even want to watch it.
Can't say I blame you. Yay, sparklers! I like sparklers! Guys, do you like sparklers?
Yeah, sparklers.
Sparklers.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, let me check my pager the entire time this play is going on. Let me swing it around. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, really? Guys.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
I mean, unless he's got it like on his collar or something, and he's just kind of moving around.
I don't know, man. A part of me thinks that they know he's there.
That's what I'm leaning on really hard right now, dog, because
like they wanted it out. Sorry, Zero. Go ahead and finish your thought.
But that's what I'm really leaning on. Like, come on, guys. Like, the security around there. Not everybody is watching this show. There are people looking at the people in the audience. Would this not be suspicious?
There's so many people around him. Like, somebody's got to see something.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's dark, but still, come on. The security there are trained professionals. You know, they don't just hire any Joe Blow.
No.
And if they do, like right now, it's lit up fairly well. Any security personnel, observe and report training is going to catch what is essentially odd behavior.
Okay, so let me put it down this way. The pager is definitely on his hip. It is not in the front or the back. So why is this man never staring directly at the stage?
Really bizarre. It looked like he just put it back down on his belt loop because he may have actually detected somebody may have been eyeballing him.
Looks like he's trying to hide it right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But then again, it's still in the general direction. He hasn't exactly stopped where he was standing. He might have sat down for a brief moment and stood back up. Now he has the angle again.
Now we're going to
and now there's a cut.
Video. And we'll go play by play through some of the more occultic statements. Like, we shall read the sign in your burned effigy, the bound body. That's exactly what the Druids actually did. They would roast cats, goats, oxen, horses, and watch the pain of how they died. And from this extract some type of mystical energy force or power, and also
cracks in
be able to
the
tell
bones
future.
that occurred during the burning. A lot of reading from that. Let's go ahead and maybe fast
Upon
forward.
further research of the ritual you just witnessed, it becomes clear it is a mixture of the Babylonian Canaanite cult of Moloch fused with ancient Druidic rites, where you have the female side of Satan, which they first call out to in the she, and then towards the horn god with the he, mixed with Masonic rites from Scotland. It's very likely that many of the 1,500 to 2,000 member crowd had really no idea what they were actually watching because it was thinly veiled. Here we have some more enhanced video as the boatman, again with his face painted up like a skull, pulls his boat across the small lake towards the high priest with the red of his cloak visible, with his hand outstretched as if he is pulling the damned soul towards him as they throw off their cares, their conscience for what they have to do in the world. Also, you have the arrangement of the circle of higher level priests around him, the high priest in lighter colors, and then the outer rings of red, and then those in black. This is consistent with the darker workings of the occult, not just with the Western countries, but also worldwide.
Yeah.
Now, when you see that black edge coming to the field, that's because we zoomed in on the video, and many times the picture was almost out of the screen. So that's the edge of the field or the view of the camera. We'll get back to more enhanced video of the ritual here in just a minute. But remember PJ, the little demon down in the corner, the left-hand corner of the program, sweeping up the ashes with little horns? How can you forget this? The image of a human body burning on the altar. Again, this is what they were handing out to those that were witnessing these macabre activities. But again, from Babylon on into ancient England, the word bonfire, meaning human sacrifices being thrown into fiery pits, turned into today's bonfire. After the sacrifice, members of the cult would sweep up the ashes of the victim and use them in future rituals. One of the things that is extremely obvious by looking at the program handed out to Bohemian Club members is the person creating the program had a deep understanding of the occult. Here again, you have a little demon, PJ.
It's like the priest in white almost looks like Catholic garb.
The Pope.
Yeah, like the Pope or maybe an archbishop.
Something.
Some kind of upper level religious figure, definitely.
Yeah.
Looks less Druidic and more Roman Catholic. But then again, we are looking at it from a great distance with barely enhanced video, so could be wrong.
Which would pursue us here has lost its power under these friendly trees. So shall we burn thee once again this night, and in the flames that eat thine effigy, we shall read the sign, Midsummer sets us free. You shall burn me once again. Now, leave, Swain, which hither ye have brought from regions where I reign. Ye fools and priests, I spit upon your fire.
Wow. Prince of all mortal wisdom, Owl of Bohemia, we beseech thee, grant us thy counsel.
No, they're actually more bizarre looking, more like ancient Scottish royalty or kings. Kind of robes like that. A lot of tassels. Layered robes with tassels. The person at the top's got some red trim to his. He's wearing a crown with kind of a veil surrounding his head.
Yep.
Great Owl of Bohemia, we thank thee for thy adoration.
All we need now is Disney's Maleficent dragon to pop up and just start shooting fire everywhere.
Pete the Magic Dragon.
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Yeah. For some reason, I started craving an apple.
Creepy. Wouldn't it be funny if the pyrotechnics malfunctioned and caught the owl on fire?
Begone, dull care. Fire shall have its will of thee. Begone, dull care. And all the winds make merry with thy dust. Hail, fellowship's eternal flame.
You know, these nuts sticker much.
Midsummer sets us free.
That's finger looking good. You bunch of morons.
Yep. Yay, sparklers.
Sparklers are back, guys.
Yay, sparklers.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, when you see that black edge coming in, that was the field from the camera. There you see the funeral pyre burning with the effigy of a human, or it could be real, ladies and gentlemen. There's been a lot of strange going-ons in that area of Northern California, but this is what the establishment is into right here in America, the Creamation of Care. And this was July 15th, 2000.
Yeah, you can bet they're at that security has doubled, maybe even tripled since this documentary came out. Even if Jones was invited in there, you can bet security fucking up their game like a motherfucker.
Oh, I know they did.
Because other people would try to be copycats and try to get in there.
These people are deadly serious, those taking part in the ceremony.
What the hell?
I mean, you've got an owl god, reminiscent of, not reminiscent, the owl god Moloch is an Old Testament deity that was sacrificed to. They would throw their children into burning pits for wealth, for good harvest. And the owl is just one rendition. The other would be the bull god Baal, the golden calf, whom they also did ritualistic sacrifices to, and Babylon and Tyre. So it's just a different name and different representation of the same thing. Baal and Moloch are essentially interchangeable.
Another point, the pyrotechnics you're seeing going off were being released from beneath little wrought iron crosses about 1.5 feet tall. Also, notice the screams of pain coming from the sacrifice.
Be gone. Once more, he vanished. Be gone, dull care. Fire shall have its will of thee. Be gone, dull care. And all the winds that carry with thy dust. Hail, fellowship's eternal flame. Once again, midsummer sets us free.
Well,
fast ritual goes deeply into the occult. Again, we've already mentioned the Druids at their bonfires throwing bodies into fiery pits after ritually cutting their hearts out or slitting their throats. They talk about reading the sign in the burning effigy, reading the sign. Again, research your history books on the occult, even the Encyclopedia Britannica on what the Druids would engage in. This is just unbelievably macabre and evil.
So shall we burn thee once again this night, and in the flames that eat thine effigy, we shall read the sign, Midsummer sets us free. You shall burn me once again. Not with me, Wayne.
Well, we're going to confront George Bush on Bohemian Grove. George Bush Jr., they've been announcing on CNN, MSNBC, on television last night and today. For the first time in history, they're admitting it, why the vice presidential decision was made at Bohemian Grove. George Bush Sr., the former president, and Colin Powell and others. So now they're just throwing it in everybody's face. We've broken the story over a week ago. July 15th, we were in Northern California. They're trying to ignore it. George Bush is down here at the governor's mansion across the street from the Capitol, about to announce Dick Cheney as his vice presidential running mate. We're going to go blow the party for him and get the information out to people. We're not going to stop. We're getting in their face. I want to make it clear that I'm neither Republican nor Democrat. But the facts speak for itself. George Bush Sr., Jr., even their grandfather, Prescott Bush, were all members of the Bohemian Club. So we dropped by to, well, let them know that we're fully aware of their activities.
This is massive. This is how George Bush dresses up. Right here. We got him on tape. This is how they dress up. Right here. In red and black biblical family values. He is nothing but a Luciferian twit.
Oh, so this is where Scanner Darkly got it from. Sweet.
Yes.
Hell yeah, man.
Long live the Constitution and death to the New World Order. We stand firm. We stand strong for America against your evil, Bush. And we're going to get this story out, and we're going to continue to push it because the truth will not be hidden. That you are part of a 3,000-plus-year-old devil cult for the owl poet from Babylon as well as Tyre. We have the high priest admitting all this. We have it on videotape. It is documented. It is documented. A Luciferian devil worshiper. Already people all over Austin are talking about it. We're not afraid of you. We're not afraid of your minions. In fact, we're waking your minions up every day with the hardcore evidence. We know your father met 11 times with Bill Clinton in 91. The whole thing was stage managed. We understand you've been helping to sell this country out, Bush. And we're going to expose you and your Luciferian rights. We're going to expose your criminal activity at the Bohemian Grove. We have the videotape. This is a massive story. One of the stories of the century. One of the stories of the century. How you had the Luciferian cult for 121 years in Northern California. I went inside for the Creamation of Care. I witnessed the entire debacle. Many of these Secret Service agents have been in, no doubt, protecting these people inside of this system.
Yeah.
As
Notice
we
they point out that Secret Service agents
understand that we did massive research on the occult. And one of the libraries we visited was that of Professor Tex Mars of Aeronautics. He also has written dozens of books on the occult. His library was very revealing about the obsession of elitists throughout history with the occult.
Front group after front group to conceal and really subvert. But behind all of these groups, there is a small cadre or elite, a core. And what you have done, I think, with the Bohemian Grove is you have exposed one of the premier organizations of the whole New World Order arrangement, you might say. Of course, we can go back in history, all the way back to ancient Egypt, Babylon, or Greece, Rome. And I think you're going to see sort of the roots of the Bohemian Grove, but particularly in the Illuminati era, originating during the French Revolutionary days. You know, there we had the actual order of the Illuminati with Adam Weishaupt and all of his evil philosophers, let's just call them, Voltaire and the others. And that has come up all the way to today. Hitler, of course, was a Bohemian. Babylon mystery religion. All of the elements are there. Of course, even the owl is a symbol of ancient mystery Babylon. The owl was worshipped by the ancient Egyptians and by the Babylonians. And it's interesting to me that many of the members of the Bohemian Grove have in their homes, as I understand it, small figurines of owls. And I believe they actually worship those owls as a symbol of the deity, the great goddess of Babylon. And of course, here again, we have the counterfeit of Christ's sacrifice on the cross. I think all of those things, there had to be, in my belief, an occultist, a deep occultist, who designed each of the elements of this ceremony. It wasn't just a bunch of guys sit together at a bar and said, hey, let's have a good time, the Creamation of Care, and why don't we do this or that? I believe it was purposely designed, each element in its turn, for what they did. No doubt about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching Dark Secrets inside.
That sounds the
Bohemian
reason why
Grove.
Zero's idea might hold up, that the rituals just reused
I
over and
would
over and
hope
over again
that
because
people
they
in the
put so
world
much
realize
care
the
into
organized
detail
evil we're
into
dealing with
all the
at
elements of
almost
this
every
ritual.
level. Republican, Democrat, you name it. They're all working on the same team. Ladies and gentlemen, it's called world government, the New World Order, dehumanization. It's not a joke. It's deadly serious. Unfortunately, they've been breeding societies to think everything's a joke. I'm here to tell you truth is stranger than fiction.
Now, I during the video, I pulled up the image of the robes. I showed it on my phone, but I'm going to pull it up here. Here's the image. Like I said, you've got layers upon layers with tassels. You got the high priest in the background looking like a king with a crown and some drapery around his head, special insignia belt buckle, and it's very, very bizarre. Checkered pattern for their flag and their symbolism, for their banners. It's very bizarre looking. More like I would say Old English, perhaps. Old English royalty, diplomats. Kings, magistrates, stuff like that. Looks like something you'd see out of how they dressed in Monty Python. Like you look at the crown, it's almost similar to what King Arthur wore, the crown with the drapery around his head. You almost expect them to bust out in song and eat Robin's minstrels. And then there would be much rejoicing. Yay. Come on, that was funny. Thomas, you're shaking your head a lot. Thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Whether people want to believe it or not, we're in the beginning of the end times, man. This has been going on for a long time.
Seems that way.
There's a lot of signs out there saying the second coming is coming. I believe that we're right there in the beginning of it. A lot of prophecies are coming out.
Yep.
And it's time to... So here's the thing with me, man. Like I said before, many times, I don't consider myself a Democrat or a Republican. More like an independent. I don't look at me as an American. I look at me as a servant of God. I think that we need to hold on to the cross really hard right now, especially now, because whether we like it or not, it's coming. Stuff like
even
this.
even if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, clearly these people do. Clearly these people are trying to bring about an end of the world type scenario by using the philosophies and prophecies of end day revelations.
Have an open mind.
I was waiting for confirmation on because Tin Man said that he pulled up a better resolution picture of it. But most likely it probably also relates back to, because of the way that you was describing it whenever I was listening, the King John that all the presidents are related to besides that one. But we also found out that one was related to the wife of King John.
Yeah, this is the image I was talking about. I had it up earlier, but here it is again.
Pretty much it was a simple crown with a cloth over their hair and draping down the back of their neck and stuff like that was what King John wore.
Yes. Okay, Thomas, go ahead and finish your thought, bro.
Well, there's
a lot to unpack there, I know.
It's too much, man. It's like we're stuck in a society right now that we have to deal with this kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Our votes don't count. Our votes don't count. Citizens don't count. It's all about money and power.
Yep.
They don't care.
Rule. He who has the gold makes the rules.
That's what I'm saying. It's not about that, man.
I got to get going, guys.
All right,
and the cloth and the numbers on our screen legitimately don't mean anything anymore. They mean even less now.
Yeah, they do, absolutely. But I do find it inherently interesting and disturbing that they still perpetuate it, though. And interestingly enough, if you watch the second documentary, The Order of Death, he goes into a lot of the aspects of the occult, skull and bones, the echelons of society, and all of that. Like, he really breaks it down. Like, the initial documentary is just showing what happened, but the second documentary, they really focus on the elements behind what we saw. And in that documentary, we see a bunch of witches and people that practice witchcraft and secular sorcery up there at Bohemian Grove, outside the gates, casting their little enchantments and sending positive energy to negate what happens during the cremation of care. But what people don't understand...
Yeah, that's called the resurrection of care.
Yeah, and they're trying to negate the evil with, dark magic by fighting against light magic and vice versa. They're trying to use light magic against, quote, dark magic, and what they're not understanding is that all magic is magic. There is no light and dark. There's just purpose. It's like fire, for instance. You can use fire to keep warm, or you can use it to burn down somebody's house. It's all in how you use it.
The intent behind the action. That's all it is, legitimately.
Yeah. And we've talked about it before in terms of, magic and the echelons of power. They're not, the more involved you get, the more you understand that magic is just magic, but it comes at a price. And it might work initially, which is why you have people who practice spiritualism. And it might work initially, they might have a few manifestations here and there, but then the price goes up, and then they have to go deeper into it and incorporate witchcraft. And then that's not enough. And then they got to go further and further until you're doing things like what they're doing at Bohemian Grove, or you're sacrificing your cat in the fucking graveyard at midnight, or you're going into some tunnels and you sacrifice your friend unbeknownst to them. You kill them in order to sacrifice.
That's totally the Gerald Gardner understanding of what magic is. Yes, Tin Man, yes.
Yes, absolutely. It always comes at a price, and the price is always going up. And that's why I say don't fuck with that shit. Magic and the use of the spiritual forces, it's just a level of science that we do not, as mortals, do not comprehend. It's like if we traveled back in time and showed a lighter to somebody in the 1800s. Like, take Hocus Pocus, for instance. Kid lights a lighter, and the witches think he made fire in his hands, and then triggers the sprinkler system, the fire suppression system, and they think that they're going to melt, that it's a burning rain of death. Okay, because it was a level of science that they didn't understand.
It's the same idea that I use whenever I say put an Xbox One controller in a 15th century boy's hand. You're going to make his head explode.
Exactly. And what people don't understand is that a door is a door, but depending on whose house you're knocking on is dependent on who you're going to get to answer the fucking door. Okay? Now, you can knock on my door. It'd be great. Or you could knock on Jeffrey Dahmer's door, and you're not going to have a very good day. It's the same with magic. It's the same with challenging spiritual energy and spiritual science. If you go through God, you can go through God, like it says in the Bible. Even though they suppress how to do it, they tell you what to do, but not how to do it. if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains, but it doesn't tell you how the steps in the process.
But having the knowledge of that same mustard seed will move the planet. Thank you for running into my additional comment on that. But
Yes.
yeah, so what do you think Jesus did between 12 and 30? He showed us between 30 and 33, but nobody pays attention.
Yes, absolutely. And a lot of people don't pay attention because they don't know that portion of the story.
Well,
They
think
know
about
what happened as a kid. They know the birth. They know what happened as a kid when he ran off and was teaching in the temple. And then when he came back and did his ministry in his early 30s and then subsequent crucifixion. People know that aspect of the story, but they don't know the in-between because most of that was taken out because they don't want you to know how to do these things. But they'll give you little tidbits with witchcraft and spiritualism and so on and so forth. But then again, it's the right way and the wrong way to do things.
May I say something?
Go for it.
I don't want no one to hate me for this, but I don't believe in magic. I believe in higher power, but like because God is a higher power, So, for instance, like you're right, I do not believe that the Bible we have is the full Bible, but I do believe the closest to the real Bible is the King James version of it. I remember a certain story when Jesus was walking with the apostles and he saw a fig tree and he was very hungry and he walked up and he was looking for the fruit and it didn't have any fruit. So he cursed the tree that never built fruit ever again. And the next day it died. And people always thought because he was angry. I said, yeah, he was angry, but no one understands why he did that. And I know for a fact the reason why he did that, because if you look in history, the fig tree cannot have leaves unless you sprout out fruit.
Yes.
If a fig tree has leaves already, that means you're supposed to have fruit. And since the tree did not have fruit, it lied to him, so he cursed the tree.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack with that story in and of itself. I encourage people to really do a deep dive into that.
So
Thank
my
you
thing
for
is
articulating that point.
I fully believe this is my belief. I'm not saying I'm not telling people what to do. I'm just saying with my heart, what I know is it's not really up to us to question God. We have the things we have in our hands. It's the faith and the spirit that guide you to do what needs to be done. Because anybody can say that they follow the Bible or they know the Bible, but to live it and walk it and do it is a different story. Like anybody can hand me a book and say, for instance, say like if I'm at a house, right, and someone hands me a pamphlet and says, okay, at this time feed the fish. There's a tweak in the pipe in the basement. If you don't tweak it, it's gonna leak.
Yeah.
Make sure you replace the eggs in the fridge and the bread on the counter. So 2 weeks later, the people come back and go, oh man, this is a great pamphlet. I really like this, but yet the basement's flooded. The fish are dead. The eggs and everything are spoiled.
Yeah.
And you're not willing to do the work. But yeah, no. I did a lot of researches on the rest of the Bible, there's a lot of things that I've learned that, like, for instance, like when Adam and Eve were in the world, Adam wasn't what just created. It was Adam and a woman was created, and a woman refused. Right? And
Adam's first wife compared to Adam's third wife, which is the one that we got.
Right. So basically the one from the rib. And another way I can believe that is that it's every man in the world has one less rib than a woman.
Yeah. And there's a lot more to the stories than what a lot of people know.
It's just I think it's fear. The fear of unknowing. You don't know for sure. Like if you die, how do we know
having been proven wrong, or that what you've been taught to believe all your life, that there's more to the story, or
That's
that
why
maybe even what you believe could be completely false. It's the same with politics.
That's why I love
my family was Republican or Democrat growing up, so that's what I got to be. But then when something challenges your perception of reality, you get emotional and you get pissed off.
So I never lose sight of what I have. Like I have my wife and family, and as a father and as a husband, it's my job to guide them to do the right thing. That is my job and right responsibility. Another thing is like if my family and I were born in China, then guess what? I'll be representing China and protecting my family in China. It doesn't matter where I'm from, who I am. I do not. Don't get me wrong. I'm a proud American citizen. I love my country. I just don't like my government. I do not believe in my government. I do not believe in a president.
You love your country, but not your government.
Exactly. So my thing is, I'll do everything I can to protect it because of my family. I'm not what people think. I don't like titles. I don't even care for names. I'm a servant of God. I have a responsibility to Him. We all do. I believe that if we do this to be kind to the best of our ability, follow the commandments of God, and no one here is not without sin, right? So I'm a sinner. You're a sinner. Everybody's a sinner. But it's through Christ that we can be with Him. The only thing that makes me believe in all that is because when He was resurrected 3 days later, there was 500 witnesses stating they saw Him.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people, don't believe it, but there are people in this world that do. And especially these elites. They believe this shit. Whether it's true or not, I'll leave that to you.
But here's the thing.
To the audience to decide and let the Spirit work for them. Because I can't convert anybody.
I just say I don't hate nobody. Like I love atheists.
That's the job of the Holy
Spirit.
Spirit.
I love people. You know what I mean? I'm not a judgmental
and all you
person.
can do is share what's in your heart.
Right. So I mean, even if they did take it, I'll still be a friend.
Whenever I say the Bible is the telephone game, we all know what that means, but we also know what it also means behind it. That some of the words are what was really there, as well as a lot of it has been reinterpreted throughout the years. And the piggyback off of that, there had to be something that happened 2026 years ago to make the Gregorians started counting upward.
Well, everything comes down to atoms, matter, and molecules. Like everything, it just proves that the world has a creator. You know what I mean? There had to be a creator, whether you believe that's God or not. I mean, you have even the Big Bang Theory created the Big Bang Theory. You know what I mean? Like, but there has to be a reason. Like couldn't come for no reason. I mean, if we're living this life and we're only here just because of nothing, with no purpose, and we're just worm food when we die, I believe there's something more. Nothing can't come from nothing. I mean, it has to be something.
You can't get something from nothing. You're articulating the argument that a robot in its complexity requires a creator, but a human being that is a vastly more complex design does not.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you look at our DNA, and if you look really, they say that even our atoms, if you look at, there actually spells out words Yahweh, which is God.
Yeah. And you have things like the God particle and whatnot.
Our hearts.
Excuse me. I literally have to jump in and correct you, Tin Man, and I think you did this on purpose. It's actually the goddamn particle until it was officially scientifically named as the Higgs boson. Thank you.
I like that.
Zero is on point, man. Zero is on one tonight.
That's right.
Then I'm loving it.
Yeah. I'm saying God didn't damn nothing. Beavers and tampons did. You know what I'm saying?
No. That's the actual name for it. And if you remove the damn from it, you're misrepresenting how it came to be known as the actual goddamn particle, because that's what it was referred to before they found significant evidence of the Higgs boson, which they officially named it as.
Yes.
There you go. I agree.
He won the Gong Show. So, like, what I was...
How about Jew?
Jew.
No! I thought we were going to make it. No! He did it. He had to fucking do it. You do the big one. Jews!
You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome.
And I'm glad you guys did that because it does correlate a lot back to them because look at what Iran did prior to this conflict that's been going on for nearly 100 days now. What did they do? They burnt the statue of Baal, which is just another variant of Moloch, what we were watching. And Israel flipped the fuck out. Now, if they weren't all about that deity, why the fuck would they flip out? If they were all about Yahweh, Jehovah, the God of the Old Testament, why would they even give two flying fucks about the Iranians burning the golden calf that the God of the Bible, the God of the Torah, told them to abstain from?
Abraham's God.
Exactly. Why would the Abrahamic God, why, if they are obedient to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, would they get butthurt over the Iranians burning Moloch or Baal?
Historical significance, question mark, but then again, you can take toilet paper and it still becomes brown at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Or green. Or red.
Yeah, and I want to finish my point on the whole biblical context. We talked about the Bible and the game of telephone, and why is it not complete and accurate? Because that's what they wanted. Satan doesn't want you to get home. These people who believe in Satan and practice these things like the Creamation of Care, they believe in the God of the Bible, and they are in strong opposition to it. Whether you believe God exists or not, these people do, and they are railing against it and everything it stands for, everything the Judeo-Christian theology stood for. They are railing against it hardcore. They are at war with this idea, even if it is just an idea, which many people can have that argument amongst themselves. I'm not here to sit there and fucking have that fucking bullshit ass argument.
Well,
I personally believe God is God, and if you don't like it, you can suck a fart out of my ass.
Well, I believe that the devil does have the power to give you wealth and make you happy so you can lose sight of the purpose of your life. Basically, you can live a life without troubles and you can be rich and you can do this as long as you don't follow. It's the people that do follow God, you will be tested. And think about this.
Satan doesn't fuck with people who he already has in his.
Did you know that demons, and this mind boggles me, think about it. Demons and even Lucifer, if God said move, they would move. Whatever they do, they would listen. But how come we don't? You know what I mean? We have that ability of free will.
Yeah,
they don't.
And that's why they have this magic.
I have one simple, quick point here. Sorry about that, but I just rather not be forced to pick a side in a war older than creation. It's like, why bother? Why bother? It's already preset. I'm just going to walk down this road and serve y'all Indians, smelling of the ashes of the fire that we missed.
Well, my thing is, it's not a war.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Thomas.
It's not a war. Think about it. Like it's just a way of life. Like you got a lot of people that are atheists and they're fighting against this, and Christians just saying how much God Jesus loves you. It's like one's for hate, one's for love. It's not really a debate. I don't judge people for anything, so I'm not fighting or arguing with anybody about their beliefs. It's not my job to judge and tell them what they should believe.
Yeah, it's not your job to guard against the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good or evil, or try to chop it down.
Like for instance, or anybody on this broadcast,
let people make their own choices.
I love everybody. I don't judge anybody. I like you. I like you. I love all of you guys. It's just I don't judge you, but I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. You know what I mean?
Of course not.
Does that make sense? Like,
well, there's an old proverb, if a proverb is what you would call it. if I walk outside to smoke a cigarette and there's a rattlesnake outside and I come back in and you decide to go outside and smoke a cigarette, but I don't tell you there's a rattlesnake out there, I'm a asshole at that point.
Yeah, but would you? I agree with that.
Anyway, that's your problem.
How did you know that I knew about the? How did I know that you knew about the snake before I found out about the snake?
What do you mean?
Exactly. But if I'm the first one out there and I see the rattlesnake and I come back in and you go out to smoke a cigarette and I don't tell you about the rattlesnake, you're gonna be pretty pissed off that I didn't tell you about it. So I'm
gonna come back in and be like, "What the fuck? What? There was a snake out there, dog." I would tell you in reverb. It's not like you knew before I knew, and I knew that preemptively.
Yeah,
I'm like, here, so catch this.
And it's the same thing with biblical philosophy. Like, you can share what you know. It's like, okay, this is what I believe. This is why I believe it. This is what's on my heart. And you just leave it at that. You don't try to force your theology on anybody.
Yeah, I don't.
You just
like say the conversation's over, it's over.
And it's not about biblical philosophy or ideas of theology. It's just what's in your heart, genuine love and concern, and wanting the best for your fellow man. You do the best you can with what you got, with what's in, and sharing what's in your heart.
There's a lot
what
of
the individual does on their own is up to them.
There's a lot of Christians out there that are doing it wrong, man. Don't get me wrong. Not all Christians are good. My thing is, I'm not doing it to prove that I'm right. I'm not that educated. I'm not the smartest person in the world. I do know things. I love history, but I'm not judgmental. So I'm not saying it so I feel like I'm right or I'm important. I'm doing it because I love my fellow men.
Yeah.
And I just want them to get closer to Christ, not because it's I'm forcing it. I'm doing it because I'm want to warn you as a friend, just like the snake. Hey, it's coming, man. So let's pray about it. You know what I mean? If you don't, doesn't mean I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge you. I'll never lose a friendship over. I have friends that are atheists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do, and it's fascinating to me. But like, it's not going to steer me away from them. I'm not going to prove to them. I have gay friends. You have gay friends, Chris.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not judgmental at all. Do I believe their lifestyle? No. It's just
all you can do is love those around you.
That's it. It's all you can do. It's all love, man.
Let them decide for themselves what is best, whether or not they want to eat the fruit or not.
Hey, buddy, let me tell you something. Not you, Chris. I'm gonna say this real quick.
Share your thoughts with the audience, and then we're gonna close it out.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. I just got to race like a piss horse.
All right, I'm gonna try to make it short. I have every reason to hate God. I grew up in a mean household. I was abused my whole life. I lost a child, not physically, just that it's a custody thing. I don't want to talk about that. I have been mocked, called a coward. I've been pushed, kicked, beat up because I refused to fight back because I was told by God to love one another as I love you. I have a lot of rage. I have every reason to hate God. But I feel in my hearts of heart that I will not break my character because of all these bad things that are happening to me. I do not blame God for what happened to me. If anything, it made me stronger.
Same. I mean, you look at me with the diabetes, my recent diagnosis. I didn't come on here and bash God. In fact, I said, you know what? This didn't kill me. It only made me stronger. If the globalists want me dead, if the globalists want me to shut up, they're going to have to kill me. They're going to have to kill me quick because throwing me in prison, I'm still going to be talking. Give me diabetes, kill me slowly, I'm still going to be talking until I fucking die because that's what I do. It's not my job to push a theology on somebody. I am here to warn you that whether you believe in God or not, these people do. And they are coming for you. Whether you believe in God or not, they want the entire human population wiped out. They believe in God. They want to hurt God because you're God's chosen. And they don't like that.
They don't.
So whether God exists or not, according to you, is irrelevant. These people believe it, and they want you dead.
Yeah.
It. Whether you believe in God or
and
not.
that's the point of these shows. Thank you, Tin Man.
Yes. We are the watchmen on the watchtower. We're not here to try to push a theology. We are the watchmen on the tower, warning you that danger is approaching. The enemy is approaching. And we are telling you what their weapons are, who they are, what they think, why they think, and what they are trying to get you to do. Because they don't just want to destroy you. They want to destroy the soul. They want to destroy the nuclear family. They want to destroy everything that is good and decent. That's why they suppress the elements of the Bible that teach you how to use this spiritual science. How do you think the apostles were able to perform the same miracles that Jesus did? They weren't divine in origin. Jesus taught them how to use the science, the spiritual science. And that's what we've been kept from. And that's why they push spirituality and witchcraft and whatnot, because they want you to use a different fucking door. They want you to go through an alternative means.
And that's why they
go through their connections,
dirt and nonsense in our bloodstreams and our bodies from the food and processed stuff that we eat and drink throughout, so that we are even more dumbed down, so we don't even have the ability to do what they have the ability to do, because they're not subjugated to the things that the proletarians are.
Exactly.
Food, gas,
exactly.
toothpaste, everything.
Yeah. It's like what we were talking about before, and we pointed this out several times about how we are essentially liquid crystals. Jones has talked about quite a bit how we are liquid crystals and all of that. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and run this video real quick because I got to pay. So I'm going to go ahead and play that real quick and just.
I didn't upset anybody on this broadcast, did I?
No. Zero, are you good?
You can't offend me. Nobody can offend me. I dare you to try.
Gotta love them. Gotta love them. Okay, we're gonna play this real quick, and this will really explain, the depths of what's going on with these people thinking and what they're trying to do. They're not just trying to kill you; they're trying to kill you slowly and destroy everything that you are. And check this out. This is how
CIA declassified documents last week. Operation Artichoke to poison vaccines, food supply, and the water to dumb us down and make us controllable. Now new documents about ESP control, how we're really electrochemical systems, liquid crystals, and the pineal gland, and how most people have microscopic to actual large worm infestations, not just from cats, you name it, like Kennedy has one in his brain, and they didn't tell the public most cancer, breast cancer, brain cancer is worms. Now, this is all over the place. Joe Rogan talks about it, I have for years. But here it is. Scientists and doctors figuring out now, the CIA knew in 1962 that dewormers could reverse most cancers and didn't tell the public. That's mass murder. Here it is.
Anti-parasite medications work against cancer cells, and it turns out that the parasites use mitochondrial substrate level phosphorylation in the tissue. And these embendazole, fenbendazole kill these parasites. So I tried it on the cancer cell, and sure as hell, it targets the mitochondrial substrate and glycolysis. So we have a mechanism now why parasite medications are working. But cancer is not a parasite. All these people say, oh, cancer is a parasite. It's not a parasite. Parasites and tumors use a common metabolic pathway, and a drug that works against parasites can be very effective against cancer. And that's what we begin to see, especially under nutritional ketosis.
So to be clear, the anti-parasite drugs cut off the same mechanism in cancer, but we now know and have known that a lot of cancers from parasites, it's double good. And I don't sell that, but you can buy it online. And my medical doctor told me years ago, take this once a year as a regimen. I do. That's important information you might want to write down, folks, okay? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you can look it up. Go to the UN Zone website. They admit it. Over 2 million people have cognitive disabilities because they do not have enough iodine. In the 20s, they found this after they put in the salt. IQs went up about 20 points on average, 15, 20 points. Well, we have the very best atomic iodine in the world. Has been available in several years, ladies and gentlemen. But we have the original.
Yeah. You know, they're doing a lot of bad shit to us. They want to hurt us and kill us slowly because they're sick, demented fucks. And we are here to warn you. You get involved in the magic shit, that's going to kill you spiritually. It's going to drive you down paths that you wouldn't even think possible. And you're going to wind up involved with some people that you don't necessarily want to be involved with. And I'm not just talking drugs. Like that's one avenue. Like you can wind up with some very fucking crazy shit. Next thing you know, you're in a fucking tunnel somewhere and they're fucking tying you down and cutting your fucking heart out at midnight because they're into some sick, twisted shit. Okay? Shit like that only leads to destruction. That's why they suppressed it in the Bible, because they want you going the alternative route. Because it's a destructive route. Magic is magic, but depending on what avenues you take, all magic comes at a price. And going that route, the price just keeps going up and up and up and up and up.
Because nobody wants to stand up and do nothing about it.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm here. I will
That's
speak
why we're
about
here.
it. I will speak about it till the day I fucking die. You know,
Do I have to send you the acknowledgement and assessment of the gateway process again, so at some point in time we can go through it? Because remember, I have the document with page 25, which most people don't have page 25.
I have it in my feed. We can bring that up at some point. Next week. Sarah, you said you wanted to cover a particular topic.
It doesn't matter. You can decide what you want. We'll cross that bridge whenever we get there. If you like the topic, after you do some research into it and figure out what if you understood what I was trying to say, besides covering what people.
Well, I mean, we can cover multiple topics if you'd like. Tomorrow on Tin Man TV, Tommy Bird and I are going to go down the red pill rabbit hole and cover relationships, issues with women and whatnot. Basically, the red pill relationship dynamic that is really gaining steam. Next week, as kind of an open forum, we talked about earlier about you taking point on that podcast. If you would like, you can cover multiple topics, including page 25, if that's what you want to do, sir. We can go all night as far as I'm concerned. I don't have to work the next day, so we can run as long as you care to and cover multiple topics if that's what you want to do.
Like I said before the show, we'll figure that out whenever we get there, and we can discuss everything as we go through, because there was these 3 large sounds that happened like 2 weeks ago altogether, like 2 days apart from each other, as well as we've had 3 major earthquakes within the last week. Like there's been several events going on in recent news as well that a lot of people don't cover and recover and point at, like, hey, these are things that they're not telling us about. Why do we have to go to other sources and be called crazy whenever we bring them up, since they're happening like once or twice? Okay, offshoot thing. 3 or more, it's no longer a coincidence.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're getting pretty well close to that 3-hour mark. Thomas, Zero, do you guys have any more thoughts? We'll go ahead and go with Zero first. Any final thoughts, Zero?
I'm actually pretty good.
Okay, so we'll cover the Mandela effect and the other documents that you were talking about. We'll make that a thing for next week. Tomorrow, you and me, Tommy Bird, if you're still down, cover the relationship feminist red pill issue.
Yeah, not a problem, man.
Yeah, I know you've been really wanting to talk about that for a while, so we will pretty much give you point on Tin Man TV tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time.
Okay.
And in closing, Thomas, do you have any final thoughts that you want to add in regards to the whole enchilada?
Well,
so good.
Like enchiladas. No, God bless you all. like I said, hold on to the cross tighter. Read the signs of what's going on in this world. I agree with a lot of things, like certain events are happening and they're not talking about it. I think a lot of it has to do with spiritual situations, but we can cover that next week.
Yeah.
Love you all and have a good night.
All right. Thank you, Tommy Bird. And on that note, we're going to just go ahead and close it out and call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. We've ran for nearly 3 hours tonight. And it's been quite a ride. Like, we don't really look at Bohemian Grove that much. But in contrast to what's happening with the Epstein files coming out and everything that goes on there, the island itself being a temple, Zorro Ranch, it's all interconnected. These people are sick monsters and they need to be exposed. We are the watchmen on the tower. And Alex Jones has kind of picked up that slogan, which is fine because we're all in this together. It really doesn't bother me. But I think this is something that needs to have a little more focus on it because, again, this is what these people are into. And it's all interconnected. It's all interwoven, whether it be spiritual, scientific, political, whatever. It's all interconnected for them. We need to expose these people. We need to speak out. We need to continue to shed light on these issues and start pushing back in a big way. Revan was talking earlier on one of his streams where his feed got cut off about a violent revolution. People want to enact the Second Amendment but are too afraid to. And I'm not necessarily saying that that's the route we need to take, but we need to be willing to push back. These people are willing to kill us. And we cannot be complacent. Now, whatever that means to you, I will leave it up to the individual to decide. I'm just here to issue the warnings and to sound the alarms. What you do with that information and how you choose to respond, that's up to you. You know, just like with God, I don't force my beliefs. That's not my job. My job is to tell you what's on my heart. What you do with that information is up to you. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I can really say. We went down a huge fucking rabbit hole tonight. So, on behalf of Revan, thank you everybody that tuned in and everybody who participated in the comment section. Keep those conversations going. Follow us on our various social medias, X, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, all at REALTWWRN. Check out our online store. Tons of great merch there. And until next time, stay strong. God bless you all. And I'm just going to be funny in both Skeletor. Until we meet again. This has been the Tin Man with the Worldwide Resistance Network, Chris Sheldon. On behalf of Revan, Tommy Bird, Zero, and everybody who participated, take care. Until next time, again, God bless you. Stay safe. Stay strong. God bless. And always remember, you, whether you like it or not, we're all in this together. So you are the resistance. Take care.
You can hear this. You are not alone. This is the resistance.